Pitch, hammer to left center. Forget about this one. This ball clears the trees in left field. Choo, hammer to left field. Forget about it. How far will this one go? This ball is out of here. There goes the runner. The pitch is a pitch out. They've got him hung up. The throw goes to the shortstop. That's Rayburn. Runs it back to first and throws in time.
It's California League Baseball action with your Rancho Cucamonga Quakes live on KWRM AM 1370. And brought to you in part by
Alpha Graphics, Red Roof Inn, Country Crock, Laughlin, Nevada, Vineyard Bank, Southern California Housing Development Corporation, Hughes Oil Collection, Carl Buddick, McDonald's, Today in Baseball History, Goodyear Tires, Allcom USA, El Torito Mexican Restaurant, Chili's Restaurant, The Macaroni Grill, SportsJuice.com, California Department of Conservation, Rico, the Mossy Plaza, and the Ontario Improv.
Now, here's Rob Brender, the voice of the Quakes on 1370 AM KWRM Corona.
Baritone-style rendition of the national anthem performed here at Arrowhead Credit Union Field as the Quakes get set to take on the Inland Empire 66ers in what is in effect the completion of a three-game series. The Quakes lost the first game between these two squads last Thursday night by a count of 6-3. That was opening day. Rancho would then leave town, play 3 games up in Bakersfield, winning just one of them. They would take on Cal Poly Pomona in an exhibition game that they won on Monday night and the off day yesterday, and now return here to San Bernardino for 2 games prior to opening up at the Epicenter. Finally opening day Friday and then Saturday and Sunday against these very same 66ers. So a lot of the Mariners organization in the first week and a half of the season. Should be a good pitching matchup tonight. Our first look at Emiliano Bruto. This will be his first start of the season. Emiliano is a young Colombian, 6'3", 170 pounds, but a guy that the Mariners organization continues to really be high on and considers to be in their top prospect list as far as the pitching goes. Bruto, a guy that they already have invited to Major League Spring Training back in 2001, despite the fact that at that time he was only 17 years of age. And on the other side, we got our second taste of Irvin Santana, who really didn't have his best stuff last Thursday night here, but certainly know that he will pick things up as the season progresses. It's time for the Red Roof Inn starting lineup for Bobby Meacham's Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Red Roof Inn, red, nose the road. They'll line up 1 through 9 tonight with shortstop Tommy Murphy leading things off. Murphy picked up switch hitting a couple of years ago, is still working on getting as precision with that as he possibly can, and most of the night he'll bat from the left against Emiliano Bruto, the call right. Right fielder Jason Aspito will hit second. First baseman Kotchman will bat third. The catcher is Jeff Mathis. He will back cleanup. Designated hitter is Darius Corbeil bats fifth. Left fielder Jason Cooley is in the number 6 hole, and then second baseman Justin Turner. The third baseman Casey Smith, and center fielder Nick Kimpton. 1 through 9 tonight for Bobby Meacham's Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Defensively to start the game for the 66ers, Sheldon Folsom left, Shin-Soo Choo is in center, Greg Jacobs plays right, Ismael Castro is at third, Eddie Manchaca at short, Rich Hole is at second base, Jason Van Metron is at first, and Chris Collins will do the catching for the young right-hander Emiliano Bruto. As I said, 6'3", 170 pounds. He is out of Cartagena, Colombia. Went to high school in Bolivar. Free agent signing by the Mariners back in 2000. First man he faces is Tommy Murphy, batting from the left side, and the first pitch is hit in the air to fairly deep center field. Back goes Choo. He's near the warning track and has no play. The ball over his head and up against the wall. It's a stand-up leadoff double for Tommy Murphy. That's one way to break out of a mild slump. Murphy now 3 out of 15 on the season, and that was his first double. The only other extra base hit that Murphy has is a triple, and it was a big one. That triple came on Saturday night in Bakersfield and drove home Nick Kimpton with the eventual winning run. So here is Jason Aspito. Let's see what the Quakes can do with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Over the weekend, 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position against Bakersfield. The pitch to Aspito, a strong left-handed batter, is hit in the air foul down the left field line and well out of play. The home plate umpire is David Ewell. The umpire in the field is Jacob Eulenhoff. Quakes are in the road grays with the blue caps, blue numbers, blue letters. Meanwhile, the 66ers are in their home white jerseys, blue caps, blue socks, and a grayish style lettering on the front crest. Jason Aspito, out of Illinois, 6 foot 200 pounds. To the set goes Emiliano Bruto. Takes a look at second base, the 0-1. Hit in the air foul again by Aspito, 0-2. Bruto's only appearance thus far during the season came on the 5th against Lancaster. He threw one scoreless inning in relief. Bruto, a guy who was split time between the bullpen and the starting rotation throughout his first 2 years in the minor leagues. Was in the Arizona League with Peoria in 2001 and with Wisconsin in the Midwest League last year. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Down goes Aspito. The ball was dropped by the catcher Collins. Picks it up and throws to first in time to complete the strikeout. So one man down, 2-3 on the putout after the K for Aspito, and to the plate comes Casey Kotchman. That has been happening far too often for the Quakes through their first 4 games in which they have a 1-3 record. Getting runners to second base with nobody out and then failing to move them down to third. Aspito fails on the opportunity here. See what Kotchman can do. Emiliano Bruto went to Major League Spring Training and then Fall Instructional League with the Mariners organization after the 2001 season. He was 4-0 in his first 4 starts in 2001 with Peoria. Finished the year there at 5-3, but the ERA was awfully high, right around 6. Murphy being held close at second base. The pitch to Kotchman is grounded foul of first. No balls and 1 strike. Bruto began last year in the bullpen for Wisconsin. Wasn't placed into the starting rotation until June. His numbers for the year, 6-6, a 3.55 ERA. For a young guy, has a pretty good arm. Fastball around 89, 90 miles an hour. Overhand curveball and a changeup that he will use more often than not. Wheel around toss to second base, chasing back Tommy Murphy, but he's all right and back safely. Bruto went to Octaviana del Saviv High School in Bolivar, Colombia. Awfully young guy, although these days who knows how young he really is. The 0-1 to Kotchman misses up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kotchman and the rest of the guys who played for Cedar Rapids last year that are in the Quakes lineup tonight should be very familiar with Emiliano Bruto. He appeared against them 4 times last year when pitching for Wisconsin, twice as a starter, twice as a reliever. Actually made his last 2 appearances of the season last year against CR. As the fastball misses down low, 2-1 to Casey Kotchman. He pitched very well against Cedar Rapids. Matter of fact, one of the only hitters that had much success against Emiliano Bruto was Nick Kimpton, who was 3 for 4 against him. So here it's Casey Kotchman. Murphy at second base, 1 man down. We are just underway. Top half of the first inning and no score. To the belt, the 2-1. There's the change and it misses high and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Bruto should be very comfortable tonight pitching to Chris Collins. Collins was the catcher all year last season with Wisconsin. And Bruto being in their rotation and also in their bullpen, so they work together quite often. Emiliano, a guy who's picked up a lot of strikeouts on occasions. One time against the Colonels, he had 11. There's a change for a call strike over the inside corner. Kotchman a little bit disappointed there. These hitters know that Bruto will throw that changeup in any count and in any situation. As a matter of fact, hitting coach Todd Takayoshi had his meeting with the hitters before the game and went over that very fact. Look for the change. Be patient. Quite often, Emiliano will fall behind in counts, and despite that, comes back with the changeup. Murphy away from second base. The 3-2 to Kotchman. Misses outside for ball 4. Good eye by Casey, a guy who's known for having a good eye. Kotchman walked 48 times last year, and he only struck out 37. He was the only player on the Cedar Rapids Colonels to accomplish the feat of walking more than he struck out. Runners are at first and second base, and here comes the cleanup man, Jeff Mathis. Mathis in the exhibition contest last night had a pair of at-bats and was 1 for 2. Also drove in a run. The Quakes winning that game against Cal Poly 4-1. Pitch to Mathis is sky to center field, fairly shallow. In comes Shin-Soo Choo. It's a routine play, and he makes the catch. Back to second goes Murphy. Back to first returns Kotchman, and now we have 2 men down. So the Quakes are once again in danger of getting the leadoff man aboard and into scoring position and failing to get him home. Let's see if Azarius Corbeil, the designated hitter, can pick up Jeff Mathis. Rancho Cucamonga scoring just 6 runs in their first 4 games, but you know, it's figured that eventually they'll break out of that. A far too talented team to have problems with the bats throughout the season. Azarius Corbeil bats from the left side. The Quakes have a lot of lefties in there tonight against the right-hander Emiliano Bruto. The pitch to him, breaking ball, misses up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Rancho Cucamonga will be here tonight and tomorrow night, and then head home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against Inland Empire. We'll take on the High Desert Mavericks next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then come right back here for 4 more. Bruto the set, the 1-0. Fastball misses low, 2 balls and no strikes to Corbeil. Jason Cooley would be next. Rancho Cucamonga was 5-9 here at Arrowhead Credit Union Field a season ago. And since moving from San Bernardino to Rancho Cucamonga 10 seasons ago, the Quakes are now 95-104 against the Stampede/66ers. Murphy away from second. Kotchman not being held on at first. The 2-0 to Corbeil misses outside. 3 balls and no strikes. So Bruto is in an interesting situation here. Got runners at first and second, 2 men down. Should he walk Corbeil, he'll have to face Jason Cooley. Cooley's hitting the ball very well right now. 3 for his first 10 on the season. Has home run power. Amazing that through their first 4 games, the Quakes yet to hit a home run. Bruto's 3-0 pitch, hit in the air, foul, and out of play. Corbeil with a very good rip and a fastball that was felt high. Just missed it. 3 balls and 1 strike. Rancho Cucamonga very much looking forward to getting home. Certainly not easy when you have to start the season on a 6-game road trip, which is in effect what they've done. Good thing some of these are just commutes. And Bruto wheels around to second and makes a throw, but Chaka, who's covering, not nearly there in time. So Tommy Murphy, who led off the inning with a double, is still out there. See if anyone can move him along and get him in. Now Speedo then struck out. Kotchman walked. And Mathis flew out on the first pitch that he saw to center field. The 3-1 delivery. Foul back again. So Corbeil has received 2 very good pitches to hit ever since he got in the head in the count 3-0. And he's fouled both of them back. The count is now full. Both of the runners will be off and moving on the pitch, and you figure a gapper could score Kotchman from first. He has better than average speed, although not much better. Azarius with his 3rd official at bat on the season. 0 for his first 2. Bruto comes set. There go the runners. 3-2 pitch. Changed on the inside corner. Strike 3 call. Well, you can only say it to a hitter so much. Watch for the changeup when you're down in the count or up in the count. Doesn't matter. Bruto threw it there, and Corbeil had no chance. So the Quakes in the first, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they strand 2. After a half inning of play from Arrowhead Credit Union Field in San Bernardino, the Quakes nothing, and here come the 66ers on the Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
On Tuesday, June 24th, 2003, the epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga, California will shake like never before as some of the best talent in minor league baseball is showcased in the Century 21 California League versus Carolina League All-Star Game. Current Major League superstars such as Andrew Jones of the Atlanta Braves and Miguel Tejada of the Oakland Athletics displayed their talents in this very game on their way to the big leagues. The grounds of the Epicenter will host the Vineyard Bank All-Star Fan Fest beginning at 2 p.m. with All-Star player autograph sessions, live entertainment, and interactive games, all free to the public. The Epicenter main gates open up at 5 p.m. when the players compete for personal bragging rights and league supremacy with the Home Run Derby and pitching and skills competition. Tickets for the All-Star Game are available by calling the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes ticket office at 909-481-5252 or stopping by the ticket office during regular business hours. For more information, visit www.rcquakes.com. Let's rock the Epicenter on Tuesday, June 24, 2003.
Patent fans at Pastimes Collectibles knows baseball is a year-round event. Located inside Villa del Sol in downtown Fullerton, Pastimes offers the finest in authenticated sports memorabilia for over a decade. They have every item for every fan, for every budget. From Ruth and Tom to Tiger, Jordan, Ali, Montana, and Shaq. You'll find it at Pastimes Collectibles. Where do pros like Nomar Garcia fire shot when they want collectible jerseys, equipment, and artwork? Pastimes Collectibles. Call 714-870-8013. That's 714-870-8013.
New rats on the field.
Home half of the first inning from Arrowhead Credit Union Field in San Bernardino. No score. Sheldon Bolts can lead things off for the 66ers against right-hander Irvin Santana. First pitch grounded up the line at first and past Casey Kotchman down the line. Bolts has great speed. Round first, heads for two. The throw, not in time. A leadoff double for Sheldon Bolts, picking up right where he left off after going 4 for 5 against the Quakes on opening day. So Bolts aboard. Here is the rest of the Red Roof Inn starting lineup for the Inland Empire 66ers. Castro will bat now. He'll be followed by Shin-Soo Choo, then Willingham, Van Metron, Cole, Jacobs, Collins, and Menchaca, 1 through 9 for Inland Empire. All right-hander Irvin Santana, 6'2", 150 pounds, out of San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic. This is righty against righty, and a wheel-around throw to second, not in time. Sheldon Bolts, not only 4 for 5 on opening day against Rancho Cucamonga, but he can also throw in a home run, a double, 4 runs batted in. He scored twice and stole a base. One of the best individual nights that we'll probably see all season long. Santana comes set. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball to Castro. No balls and 1 strike. Irvin Santana went 5 innings on opening day, surrendered 3 runs on 7 hits, struck out 4, walked a pair, and was no decision. And the Quakes lost to the 66ers 6-3. The rest of the defense for Rancho: Cooley in left, Kimpton in center, Aspedo in right. Around the infield, Smith at third, Murphy at short, Turner plays second, Kotchman at first, and Mathis is doing the catching for Irvin Santana. To the set goes Irvin, the 0-1. Hit in the air into center field, pretty deep. Going back on this one is Nick Kimpton. He has a ton of room. Bolts tagged at second base. The throw going to third is not even close. And in effect, Castro does his job. Fly out 8. And Bolts down at third. Those are the little things that you have to do to score runs. The Quakes showed that in the first inning. They're not doing those little things right now. Dan Murphy is second and nobody out. He didn't advance past second base. Here, Bolts doubles to lead off the home half of the first inning, and Castro gets him over. Hitters work on this every single day in batting practice. Hit and run situations. Get him over. Get him in. Not just going up there to hack as hard as they can. Here is Shin-Soo Choo, one of the top prospects in the Mariners chain. The pitch to him is popped up left side, and ball's going to get out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Irvin Santana last year for Cedar Rapids, 14-8, a 4.16 earned run average in his 27 starts. He struck out nearly 1 batter per inning, 146 of them in 147 innings on the mound. The year prior to that with Provo, 2-1, made 4 starts, an ERA around 8. Shin-Soo Choo bats from the left side. The infield plays back, and he fouls this one straight back. No balls and 2 strikes. So Santana getting ahead and looking for the strikeout, which would really bail him out in this situation. Shin-Soo is certainly not an easy man to strike out one way or the other. All of last year, he struck out 98 times, but that was at 420 at-bats. The guy makes a lot of contact and usually collects hits. He had 125 of those. The 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air foul. Once again, left side and well out of play. Shin-Soo on the season thus far is only 1 for 11 with 4 walks. He was 0 for 3 on opening day against the Quakes. However, he's reached base safely in all 4 games on the 2003 season. Both off of third. We're in the first, no score. The 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground towards the middle of the diamond. That'll get the job done. Murphy fields and throws out Shin-Soo Choo at first, but in the process, Sheldon Cole scores from third, and it's an early 1-0 lead for the 66ers. 6-3 on the ground out. Run batted in, number 1 on the season for Shin-Soo Choo. So Inland Empire, who fell behind against the Quakes 1-0 in the opener, grabs themselves the 1-0 lead here in game number 2 against the Quakes this year. Here comes the cleanup man and designated hitter Philip Willingham. That is why Shin-Soo Choo is considered to be one of the best prospects in this league. Gets the job done. Fastball misses high to Willingham, who bats from the left side. Choo had only 48 runs batted in last year for Wisconsin and will be counted upon to be a bigger RBI producer this year with Inland Empire, as long as he's here. The 1-0 misses upstairs on a half swing from Willingham, but he didn't go around. 2 balls and no strikes. Shin-Soo Choo is just one of those guys that more than likely will get a call up to Double-A at some point this season, especially if he continues to hit. The 2-0 just missed. 3 balls and no strikes. On deck is Jason Van Metron. Choo is actually one of the few prospects on this team, period, for Inland Empire. A lot of high draft choices, but that was years ago. Fastball catches the inside corner at the knees. 3-1. You got a guy like Sheldon Foles, who's a 3rd-round pick back in 1999 and finally starting to turn things on here in 2003. Off to a red-hot start. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball for a call strike. 3-2. Willingham, certainly an interesting story. Went to Richmond in the Independent Frontier League last year and was the league MVP after not being drafted straight out of high school. Willingham from Mobile, Alabama. Went through a stretch last year of collecting hits in 11 straight games. He reached base in 78 of the 88 games that he appeared in. What a fantastic season for Mr. Willingham. 3-2 delivery, check swing, and he didn't go around on a breaking ball, and that is ball 4. So Willingham draws the base on balls. First walk issued by Irvin Santana, and with 2 men down, a chance for Jason Van Metron. Santana, the guy that will walk his share. He led the Arizona League in walks as well as strikeouts back in 2001. Last year, walked 48 in 147 innings. Jason Van Metron, one of the few right-handed batters in the lineup tonight for Inland Empire. 6'3", 200 pounds, awfully big guy. He cracks this one to the alleyway at left center, but it's playable for Kimpton. Moves to his right, makes the catch, and that retires the side. The 66ers are on the board first. They collect a leadoff double from Sheldon Foles and eventually get him home on a ground out and run batted in for Shin-Soo Choo. After 1 complete inning of play, it's the 66ers 1 and the Quakes nothing on the KWRF Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Vineyard Bank is located in a special town with a rich heritage. The historic Route 66 highway and the old vineyards may be reminders of a generation past, but the game of baseball is still very much a vibrant part of hometown America today. As your local bank, we're proud to be a part of this thriving community, and we see it as our obligation to help families and businesses realize their dreams. Whether you're buying a new home or expanding your business, we want you to think of us first. Creativity, ingenuity, and flexibility are words that we live by. It reflects our style of banking and our commitment to our customers and the community at large. Whatever your perception of Vineyard Bank, we invite you to take a closer look. As your hometown bank, we welcome the opportunity to serve you. Call Vineyard Bank at 1-800-442-4996 and check us out.
Hi, this is voice of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, Rob Brender. I enjoy my job and all, but sometimes I even need to get away. So let me tell you about a little place called Laughlin, Nevada. You don't need a major league salary to enjoy it. It's got great hotels, lively entertainment, and exciting Colorado River action for a reasonable price. You trust me to bring you great sports coverage, so trust me that this is a great spot to visit. For more information, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or click on visitlaughlin.com. Laughlin, Nevada. Play the way you like it.
Jason Cooley is going to lead things off for Rancho Cucamonga as we open up the second inning. It's 1-0 Inland Empire. Cooley, Turner, and Smith against Emiliano Bruto. First pitch fastball catches the inside corner, 0-1. You think about baseball truly becoming international, and it really has been a couple of years now since it's come to the forefront. But no better display of it than tonight. Fastball is popped up on the shortstop side. Eddie Menchaca makes the call and the catch. One man down. Top out 6 on the score sheet. We're seeing Shin-Soo Choo, a Korean. Ismael Castro, who is out of Colombia. Emiliano Bruto, out of Colombia. Eddie Menchaca, whose parents are from Mexico, and he is from Phoenix, Arizona. Fastball misses down low to left-handed batting Justin Turner. If you watched the New York Yankee game at all yesterday, Hideki Matsui, Japanese phenom with a grand slam. Swing and a miss by Turner, 1-1. So the foreign-born players not only coming to America and performing extremely well, but really to the point now where overwhelming the population in baseball. Fastball is the call, strike at the knees. 1-2 to Justin Turner. Finds himself down in the count, and that's no surprise for Justin over the first few games of the season. He's 0 for 11 with 7 strikeouts. Into the line goes Bruto, the 1-2 pitch. Foul back. Decent crowd on hand for a Wednesday evening here in San Bernardino. They might have about 1,200, 1,300 by the looks of things. It's their version of the Weenie Wednesday tonight, and they also have $1 beverages. Trying to bring them out as best they can. The 1-2 to Turner, swing and a miss. Struck him out with a changeup. Third strikeout for Emiliano Bruto. He struck out Speedo and Corbeil in the first on that same exact pitch. 2 men down and nobody on for Casey Smith. Rancho Cucamonga really hit the ball well on the road last year. Thus, for some reason this season, not getting it started early. Right now, 9th out of 10 teams in overall batting. Pitch to Casey Smith. Line drive towards center field. In comes Choo. He stumbles and has no chance to catch up to that one. But Casey Smith has the second Quakes hit. And he is aboard for Nick Kinton. Good start to the season for Casey Smith. 4 for his first 8. And Kimpton gets his shot. He is 4 for his first 12, including a double and a run scored. So it's the guys towards the bottom of the lineup that have been producing with the bats. Not driving in runs by any means, but at least getting on base. Bruto's pitch, hit in the air to left field. Routine play for Sheldon Fultz. Back a couple of steps, puts it away, and that retires the side. With the Quakes in the second, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they strand 1. After 1 1/2 innings of play from San Bernardino, it's the 66ers of Inland Empire 1, and the Quakes nothing. On the KWRM Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
The Mossy Plaza on Foothill Boulevard in Rancho Cucamonga is home to some of the finest cuisine in the Inland Empire. Come enjoy a taste of Japan like you never have experienced before at Wabi Sabi, offering a full sushi bar and hibachi grill. Go south of the border and enjoy the best Mexican food in town at Felipe's Tanqueria. Feel like you're floating down a river in Venice as you bite into a pizza at Bellissimo Pizza and Restaurant, the new home for the Quakes radio postgame show after every Wednesday home game. Sit back and watch that night's big games as you drink microbrewed beer and try one of the best burgers in Rancho at Compass Creek. There's nothing like good barbecue, and Woody's makes it happen. And if you're looking for that late night meal, stop by Denny's for everything from breakfast to dinner and at any time of the day. All of this can be found at the Mossy Plaza, the place to dine in Rancho Cucamonga on Foothill Boulevard, located right next to the epicenter.
You're listening to Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Baseball on KWRM AM 1370 Corona.
Rich Pohl, Greg Jacobs, and then Chris Collins, batters 6, 7, and 8 in the Inland Empire 66ers lineup to face Irvin Santana as we move to the home half of the second inning. 1-0 66ers. Pohl is a left-handed batter, and he looks at a fastball that misses down low. 1 ball and no strikes. The Quakes have now not scored a run in their last 18 turns at bat. The 1-0 pitch. Dribbled on the ground towards second base. Easy play for Turner. Waits for the high hop, gets it, and throws out Rich Pohl 4-3. Not only that, but the Quakes also went through a stretch where after they scored their first 3 runs of the season, which all came in the first 3 innings on opening day, they wouldn't score for their next 12 innings. I realize this is only through 4 2/3 as far as games are concerned, or really 4 1/3 of games, but really a horrible start offensively for just about everybody on the ball club. Here is Greg Jacobs. Jacobs, really one of those great stories on the 66er squad, a former pitcher in the Cal League for Rancho Cucamonga, Lancaster, and others, and is now one of the better outfield prospects in the Mariners chain as he fouls this one back. Really shouldn't call him a prospect yet, but after you hit 382 a season ago and you're the MVP of the Western League, certainly a reason to believe that Jacobs may be a fantastic hitter now and in the future. Jacobs also had 18 home runs, 29 doubles, and he drove in 91. Looks at a fastball that just missed inside. Ball and 1 strike. Jacobs 5'10", 185 pounds, from Anaheim, California, a graduate of Cal State Fullerton. What a great ball club they have this year. The 1-1 pitch from Santana. Look out. Slider this low and in, and almost caught the foot of Jacobs as he skipped out of the way. 2 balls, 1 strike. Went to the Cal State Fullerton game last night against Loyola Marymount, and they beat Loyola something like 22-6. At least that's what the score was when I left in the 6th inning. 4th overall in the nation are the Titans. The 2-1 delivery to Jacobs. Hit in the air, left field line, and hooking out a play. 2 balls and 2 strikes as the count is even. On deck, Chris Collins. The pitching was obviously solid. The hitting was that much better last night for Cal State Fullerton. And that was against a team in Loyola Marymount who beat them the first time they met. A low-scoring affair that day. It was 4-3. Last night, no such victory for Loyola. The 2-2, hit on the ground to first, a 1-hopper for Casey Kotchman. He calls off Santana, goes to the bag in time. That's 3 in a row set down by Irvin. 2 men away here in the second inning, and here comes Chris Collins. No reason to believe that Cal State Fullerton, who's got their games right here on our flagship station, KWRM 1370, won't be going to the College World Series this year in Omaha. Starts in the middle of June. Good luck to them. Pitch to Chris Collins. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Santana's fastball will range anywhere from 91 to about 96. Very good curveball, a slider, and a changeup. 1-0 delivery. There's the curve, and it's a call strike at the knees. 1-1. Collins is from Phoenix, Arizona, playing on this ball club with his teammate at South Mountain Community College, Eddie Manchaka. Eddie stands on deck. The 1-1 slider catches the outside corner, 1-2. Good pitch from Santana. Irvin is finding that his fastball is tailing a little bit and running up in the zone early in the season, so he's going with more breaking stuff. The 1-2 is a fastball that misses high. There's another example of it. You can throw a 94, 95, and even above that, but if you put it in a bad location, these professional hitters are going to make you pay. The 2-2 pitch. Curveball, jaws fast. right in the inside corner. So now the count is full to Chris Collins. Collins and Menchaca, also both from Phoenix, Arizona. Stayed at home to go to college at South Mountain. 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground, middle of the diamond. Over to get this one to shortstop Tommy Murphy. Throw to first in plenty of time, and that retires the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Irvin Santana. We move to the third, 1-0 Inland Empire on the KWRM Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Welcome to What's Your Excuse, where contestants try to stump me with their best excuses. Please welcome Sandy.
Hi.
Sandy says she never eats breakfast, so what's your excuse?
Breakfast is boring.
Oh, but Sandy, McDonald's has tons of fresh variety, like the Egg McMuffin, breakfast bagels, even a deluxe breakfast platter with just about everything.
There's no time.
McDonald's is quick and right around the corner.
Cost too much?
Oh, sorry, Sandy. Everyone knows McDonald's is the best value in town, and you're out of time. Good night, everybody.
McDonald's. We love a used car. A participating restaurant during breakfast hours only.
Giving hope to over 20,000 people in need every year, Hope Through Housing Foundation helps people make lifelong changes in themselves, their families, and their communities. Hope provides the tools and resources people need to make new lives for themselves, after-school programs for youth, career development programs for adults, health and wellness programs for seniors, right where people live, in low-income communities where the need is the greatest. Please join us in making a difference in the life of a child or family, in the life of communities. For more information about Hope, please call 888-917-6225, extension 122, or visit us at hopethroughhousing.org. Hope, enriching lives and empowering communities.
One nothing Inland Empire. They have a run on one hit, no errors thus far as we move to the top half of the third. The Quakes with no runs on 2 hits and no errors. It will be the top third in the Rancho Cucamonga lineup. Murphy, Aspito, and Kotchman to face right-hander Emiliano Bruto. Fans of Rancho Cucamonga Quakes will celebrate opening day this Friday evening against the Inland Empire 66ers. The ball game is scheduled to get underway at approximately 7:15 in the evening. Tickets are available by calling area code 909-481-5252. Again, that number, 909-481-5252. And a special added bonus for opening day is right-hander Aaron Seeley will be on rehab from the Anaheim Angels and will pitch at least the first couple of innings in that one. It's Aaron Seeley and the Quakes on opening day this Friday night at the Epicenter. Pitch to Tommy Murphy, who bats from the left side, is taken down low. 1 ball and no strikes. In that ball game, Steven Shell will more than likely back up Seeley and pitch as far as he can go. The 1-0 to Murphy. This is low and in. Juan Donet will oppose Aaron Seeley, the starting role for Inland Empire. Another young guy in the Mariner organization, young Dominican. Donet, I'm told, has very good stuff. The 2-0 is popped up, very shallow left field towards the line. Long run for Sheldon Fultz, but he has great speed and tracks it down rather easily. So 1 man away here in the third. Tommy Murphy's now 1 for 2, and here comes Jason Aspito. Aspito struck out his first time at the dish. One of 3 strikeout victims thus far for Emiliano Bruto. Speaking of Aaron Seeley, looked very good on Sunday in Bakersfield. Pitching a couple of innings for Rancho Cucamonga. Line drive, base hit into center field for Jason Aspito. So Aspito with the good approach. Up there looking for the change. He got it from Bruto and lined it into center for the third Quakes hit. And his third hit on the year. Here comes Casey Kotchman. Seeley threw 29 pitches for Rancho Cucamonga in that ball game on Sunday. And in those 29 pitches, he allowed just 2 total hits. One of them was a double. And looked excellent as far as velocity. Throwing 91-92. Changeup misses outside to Casey Kotchman, who walked his first time up. Seeley with that fantastic overhand curveball. It may be the best in the American League when he's healthy. And he showed it off in the ballgame in Bakersfield. The Blaze hitters had no chance. But when Seeley left the game and Dan Mazingo came in, they realized they had a chance and scored all 5 runs off of Dan. Changeup misses low and away again to Kotchman. 2 balls and no strikes. Mazingo giving up a pair of home runs in that one. Those were the first runs that he had allowed in all of 2003. In spring training, he had 5 appearances. Did not surrender a run. He pitched 2/3 of an inning on opening day here at Inland Empire and did not give up a hit. 2-0 pitch to Kotchman is fouled away. 2-1. More than likely, we will see Dan Mazingo start the ball game on Sunday against Inland Empire. It's a 1:15 affair at the Epicenter against Cha Sung Baek. Looking forward to seeing Cha Sung, guy who had a fantastic arm coming out of Korea and had Tommy John surgery all of last year and missed the season. Cha Sung will more than likely only be able to go about 60 pitches. And then he'll be followed up by Russ Morgan, who had a great year for the San Bernardino Stampede 1 season ago. Casey Kotchman bats from the left side. The big guy, 6'3", 210. The 2-1 pitch bounces in the dirt. A good block by Chris Collins, the catcher, and he holds Aspito to first base. So 3-1 now to Captain Koch, and this is a very good situation for Rancho Cucamonga to either go with the hit or on with Aspito or flat out start the runner. Let's see how aggressive Bobby Meacham chooses to play this one. Meacham way up the line at third, trying to pass along the signal. The Quakes not scoring many runs. This is one of those rare opportunities to try to generate something offensively. Kotchman has a lot of room if he chooses to go the other way. There goes Aspito. The 3-1 is fouled off. So the hit and run was on. And Kotchman got a pretty good pitch to hit, but just a bit below it. Now 3-2, and you figure you send Aspito at 3-1, you're definitely going to send him again. Jason has surprisingly good speed for a big man. Stole only 2 bases last year for Winston-Salem. The year before that, 7 of them for the Warthawks. Middle infielders want the double play ball with 1 out. There goes Aspito. Line drive foul. First base line. Look out, Mike Isleward, who is coaching at first. Isleward is not getting into very many games early in the season, so this is a chance for him to at least be out on the field. Be involved as best he can. At first, Jason Van Metron is going to hold Aspito on. Everyone in the ballpark knows he's going to be running. The fact that you hold him on gives Kotchman the hole at first, too. 3-2 pitch, not going, and a changeup misses low and in for ball 4. So Meacham surprises probably just about everyone, and Kotchman has now been walked both times up. First and second with 1 out for Jeff Mathis. The Quakes 0 for their last 11 as a team with runners in scoring position. After they had Tommy Murphy on second base with nobody out in the first and failed to push him across. Jeff Mathis flew out to the center fielder Shin-Soo Choo. His first time up on the first pitch that he saw. The delivery, breaking ball, misses high, 1 ball and no strikes. Osarius Corbeil will be next. Mathis broke his wrist when he was playing for Provo in 2001 and then broke a cheekbone playing for Cedar Rapids in 2002. Both times cutting his season short. Mathis, one of those guys that really isn't overwhelmingly big. His frame at 6 foot, about 180 pounds. Certainly a strong guy with a fantastic arm. He's been hitting for a relatively high average his first 2+ years in the minors in the upper 280s. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses low and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Emiliano Bruto is being made to work. If nothing else, he's throwing an awful lot of pitches out there, falling behind in counts. The Quakes yet to take advantage of it, however. They have 3 hits, but no runs, trailing at 1-0 here in the top of the third. Bruto's pitch count is officially at 38, with 39 to come right here. The 2-0, fastball strike over the outside corner. 2-1. One thing Bruto is doing early on, and really this is something that every young pitcher struggles with for the most part, is keeping the ball down. We have seen that problem on the other side with Irvin Santana, but he can get away with it throwing 95, 96, and also having a very good breaking ball. Bruto, however, throwing about 88, 89, cannot. The 2-1 misses down low. The stop in the dirt by Collins, but now the count is 3-1 to Mathis. Let's see if Meacham chooses to start the runners again. Another chance to use the hit and run. Quakes pitching for the most part has been pretty good. Right now, 5th in the league out of 10 teams. In the ERA, that's below 5. It is difficult early in the season with the way that the wind blows out in almost every ballpark in the league to avoid having a lot of runs scored against you. Runners don't go. 3-1 fastball misses inside. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks of Kotchman and Mathis, and now the Quakes really have to get something across. Bases loaded, one man down, and here comes Azarius Corbeil. Jeff Mathis walking for the first time on the season with that free pass. Last year he walked 40 times. So it's up to Azarius Corbeil. The infield will play back. Aside from Castro at third, he is about halfway. At third base, Aspito. At second, Kotchman. At first, Mathis. The outfield plays to Pull. Pitch to Corbeil is a fastball strike. Bruto, who struck out Corbeil in the first inning, opened up that pitch sequence with a lot of fastballs, and then near the end, came back with off-speed stuff. Change-ups, slow curves. Here he starts Corbeil again with a fastball. If you're Al, do you look for the heat again, or pay attention for the change? There's a change, and it's hit foul at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. And Bobby Meacham was deliberating before the game in the coach's room back at the epicenter as to whether or not to put Corbeil at the DH spot or Napoli. He decided on Corbeil, number one, because Al's a left-handed batter and Bruto's a right-handed pitcher, but also because he thought, well, Corbeil's a very good change-up hitter. And when he doesn't have to worry about the fastball at all, he could probably be the best on this squad. The 0-2 pitch popped up foul and well out of play off to the left. So we'll do it again at 0-2. Napoli is also a very good hitter in terms of knowing what's going to come. Reads pitchers extremely well, and he's also seen Bruto. So you take the approach that maybe it will work to Al Corbeil's benefit, the fact that he hasn't seen Bruto before, as compared to a guy that knows what he's going to throw, but hasn't necessarily had a lot of success against him. Bases loaded, one man down, and Bruto will step off the rubber. It's 1-0 66ers in the top half of the third. Baseball is very much one big thinking game. Whether it's hitter against batter, or rather hitter against pitcher, pitcher against hitter, managers trying to figure out who suits them best, who fits the lineup that day, what pitchers to bring out of the bullpen for matchups. So much you can delve into. The 0-2 pitch. Change-up hit on the ground slowly towards first. Shooting the ball, Van Metron. It's backed up by Bruto, the pitcher, and he'll get the out at first, but the run is in. Van Metron was thinking about where he was going to go with the baseball before he fielded it. Let's see how that one is scored. And it's going to be just 1-3, actually basically 3-1-3 on the putout. Give Al Corbeil a run batted in his 59th, or rather, let's change that to his first on the season. He had 58 of them last year. As Aspito scores from third, Kotchman down to third, Mathis to second base. So the Quakes get a break there. Throw me for a loop a bit. Van Metron had the ball bounce off his chest into Fruto's hands as he was going over to cover the bag. Fruto then flipped it back to Van Metron to record the out on Corbeil. But the Quakes finally break through with a run. Aspito scores. It's 1-1. And here is Jason Cooley. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. So Kotchman is third, and Mathis now is second base with 2 men down. One of the stranger plays, but Van Metron at first base, usually steady out there, had some problems. The 0-1, line drive to left field for a base hit. Here comes Kotchman. He scores. To the plate, Mathis. He scores. It's 3-1 Rancho Cucamonga. A 2 RBI single for Jason Cooley. The first 2 runs batted in on the year for Cool. And Rancho Cucamonga finally busting through with the bats. Cooley 1 for 2 on the night and now has 4 hits and 12 plate appearances on the season. Got the curveball again from Emiliano Bruto and didn't miss it. So here comes Justin Turner. Jason Cooley had 58 runs batted in last year as well. And now he has 2 here in 2003. being held on at first. There he goes. Pitch to Turner, swung on and missed. Throw to second base is not in time. A steal for Jason Cooley. He had 8 stolen bases last year for the Quakes. So Cool's being very aggressive here tonight. And he is down in scoring position. The Quakes here in the third inning have scored all 3 of their runs. Helped out a bit thanks to 2 walks from Emiliano Bruto. The 0-1 to Turner. Change up strike over the outside corner. 0-2. The hits in the inning, both singles. Aspito with 1 out. And Jason Cooley here with 2 outs. 3 runs on 4 hits for Rancho Cucamonga. Bruto checks second, the 0-2. Fastball misses low and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Jason Cooley, who has been a fantastic offensive performer in terms of power numbers through his first 3 years in the minor leagues, comes through with a squib single to left, but it got the job done. 1-2 pitch. Look out. Fastball missing up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Quakes second baseman, Justin Turner. Cooley with 12 home runs, 58 driven in last year for the Quakes. The year before that was Cedar Rapids. He had 9 homers and 50 RBI. And for Boise in 2000, 10 homers, 39 driven home. He's away from second base, the 2-2. Chopped on the ground over the glove of the pitcher, Bruto. Backed up by Pohl, the second baseman. The long throw is not in time. It skips away from Van Metron. Here comes Cooley. He will score. It's 4-1 Rancho. That'll be called an error on the second baseman, Rich Pohl, for the bad throw. I guess you give Justin Turner an infield hit, and the error allows Cooley to score. Jason would have had to stop at third base even if Turner was safe. So because of that, you give Justin Turner his first hit of the season and also his first run batted in. The error on the poor throw by Pohl allows Turner to get down to second and Cooley to score. 4-1 Rancho. So the wheels continue to spin for Bobby Meacham and the Quakes. Here's Casey Smith. First pitch fastball is foul back and just to my right into the empty seats. 1-1. Justin Turner put that one in the perfect spot. A bouncer over off the glove of Bruto, and no chance for Rich Pohl. He made a poor throw anyway. Probably just should have hung on to the baseball. If he would have, the run would have had to hold it third. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball for a call strike to Casey Smith. 0-2. So the Quakes putting something together. They have sent now 8 men to the plate here in the third inning. You knew it would happen eventually. And the Quakes do get their big inning. Bruto's 0-2 pitch. Fastball, line drive, foul off to the right. Smith singled his first time up in the second inning. The Quakes scattering their hits over their first 4+ ball games. And then again tonight, had a double leading off the first and a single with 2 out in the second until here in the third. Finally, some hits coming in succession. They've had back-to-back singles here with 2 out from Cooley and Turner driving in runs. This ball's lined to center field for a base hit. Here comes Turner to the plate. The throw from Shin-Soo Choo is not in time. And down to second goes Casey Smith. It's 5-1 Rancho Cucamonga. Casey Smith is 2 for 2. That is his first run batted in here in 2003. You give him second base on the throw. So the Quakes now with 3 consecutive hits. And as Kimpton comes to the plate, all 9 batters have seen action here in the third inning. And first, we are going to have a meeting at the mound as pitching coach Scott Butner is on his way out. It has been a struggle for Emiliano Bruto. And oftentimes, with young foreign pitchers, they lose it a little bit. All of a sudden, everything is gone. That is the way things have gone here for Emiliano Bruto in the top half of the third inning. He was cruising along through the first 2. And what really comes back to bite you is the pair of walks. With 1 out and Aspito at first, he walked Kotchman and walked Mathis to load the bases. Put himself in a real pickle. As Arias Corbeil then grounded out, driving in a run. So a chance there for Bruto to get out of it. But hits by Cooley, Turner, and now Casey Smith, and it's 5-1 Quakes. Here is Nick Kimpton, a left-handed batter. 0 for 1. Line drive into left field. This one's going to land for a base hit. Rounding third, Casey Smith. He'll be waved home. The throw cut off. 6-1 Rancho. And the Quakes have officially hit around in the third inning. Nick Kimpton with RBI number 1 on the season. And Bobby Meacham continues to be aggressive, coaching up the lines at third. Not even a thought of holding up Casey Smith. And really, in my opinion, poor judgment by Jason Van Metron cutting that ball off. Although usually it's the catcher that calls it out. So maybe Collins told him to cut it. But in my opinion, they may have had a play on Casey Smith. Might as well just let it go through. So Kimpton at first, and here comes Tommy Murphy. Murphy led off the inning by flying out to left field. The pitch to him. Breaking ball line to right center for a base hit. Kimpton can fly around second and heads for third. He will be there without a play on a 2-out single from Tommy Murphy. The Quakes continue to hit Emiliano Bruto. That's 5 consecutive singles off the bats of Cooley, Turner, Smith, Kimpton, and Tommy Murphy. Runners are at the corners with 2 outs for Jason Aspito. There's nobody up, at least not yet, in the bullpen for the 66ers. Let's see how quickly that changes. The catcher, Chris Collins, comes out in front of the plate area, signals to the infielders, as now action will get started in the pen. A couple of players are walking down there, including Justin Blood, a left-hander. More than likely he will get up. Changeup is swung on and missed by Jason Aspito. The ball's 1 strike. Bruto may be throwing the changeup, but he's throwing it in horrible spots. And the Quakes, who knew he'd throw a lot of changeups anyway, are finally hitting the baseball. Runners have leads off the corners. The 0-1. Change misses low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Aspito singled and got the rally started here in the third inning with 1 out. He is 1 for 2 on the night. Aspito looking to really put a stamp on this 4th inning. He could drive in another run. Already 6-1 Quakes. The 1-1 pitch hit in the air in the left field, fairly deep, but playable for Sheldon Foltz. He wanders back near the warning track. The wind gets a hold of it and almost blew it out of his hands, but very fortunate for the 66ers that Foltz was able to hang on. Fly out 7. But finally, the Quakes bats catch some fire. They send 11 men to the plate in the 4th inning and score 6 times on 5 hits. After 2 1/2 innings of play from San Bernardino, California, it's the Quakes 6 and the Inland Empire 66ers 1 on the KWRM Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Fellow success seekers, today's message is a simple one. If you want to maximize your dreams and realize the full potential of your life, I am here to tell you that there is just one thing you have to do. Think like a can. Because a can be anything. It just has to be recycled. And once it is, a can possesses that one thing you desire, infinite promise. Just think of all the things a can be. A picnic table, a window frame, or playground equipment. It can be that many things and more, and so can you. Because, my friends, to think like a can is to think I can. All you have to do is wake up every morning, stand before the mirror, look yourself in the eye, and say, you can.
Recycle. It's good for the bottle. It's good for the can. Brought to you by the California Department of Conservation.
Stadium Tavern in historic downtown Fullerton is a proud sponsor of Titan Sports. Located in Villa del Sol off Wilshire Harbor, enjoy Stadium's happy hour from 4 to 7, 7 days a week. Try our classic burgers, or the elegance of chicken risotto, or our signature seafood. Stadium Tavern caters any party, big or small, and is the host venue for Titan Talk with George Horton. Stadium Tavern in downtown Fullerton. Call 714-447-4200. That's 714-447-4200.
Quakes now have a 6-1 lead as we start the home half of the third inning. Eddie Manchaca, the ninth place batter, takes the fastball low and away from Irvin Santana. 1 ball and no strikes. For the Quakes, 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the 66ers, 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error. Pitch is swung on and grounded foul off the foot of Manchaca. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Quakes with a huge inning. First time on the season that they have hit around in any inning. And boy, it was only a matter of time before the bats finally exploded. And that is what they did. Rancho Cucamonga only had 1 batter not reach base in the inning, and that was Corbeil, but even then, his ground out led to a run. Rancho Cucamonga with 6 runs on 6 hits in that frame. And sent 11 men to the plate in the process. And the line Santana, the 1-1 pitch to Menchaca. Hit on the ground towards the hole at short. Backhanded down by Murphy. The long throw in time. Great defensive play by Tommy Murphy. Moving to his right, backhanding the ball and having enough strength in the arm to throw out Eddie Menchaca. 6-3. 1 man down and back to the top of the order for Sheldon Foltz. That's 5 in a row set down by Irvin Santana. The only hit that he has allowed was a leadoff double for Foltz in the first. And Sheldon has his second opportunity right here. The pitch. Breaking ball popped up as he showed bunt and fouled straight back over the screen. Look out. No balls, 1 strike. Sheldon Foltz really starting to pick things up with the bat early in this season. I stress the word early. This is a guy who's never really hit above the mid-220s throughout his career in the minor leagues, his first 4 years to be exact. Last year, just 215 with San Bernardino. The 0-1 breaking ball must have been low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Everybody getting involved for Rancho Cucamonga in that third inning. The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, catches the outside corner, 1-2. One thing that pops into my mind now is the fact that the Quakes aren't striking out very many batters in general. I know, dead last in the league in punch-outs. 1-2 pitch, fastball misses up and away, 2-2. The more I watch Santana, the more I think by the end of the season he'll have 150-odd strikeouts, but right now, he only has 2 to his credit, neither tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count to Sheldon Foltz. Foltz out of Bartow, Florida. Went to Jenkins High School where he was an All-American and was taken to the 3rd round back in 1999. Left-handed batter as he waits the 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses high, and that's a base on ball. Santana's second walk issued on the night. And Foltz aboard yet again. Sheldon Foltz is amongst the leaders in on-base percentage early in the season. And after reaching base in his first 2 at-bats here tonight, he is right around the 600 mark. You can reach base 60% of the time as a leadoff man. You're an all-star in any league. And I bet you this, Foltz won't be in this league very long if it's around that mark at the halfway point. Ground ball stabbed at third by Smith. Throw to second is good to retire the out. That's Foltz on the 4th. And safe at first is Castro. Great defensive play by Casey Smith. The fielder's choice goes 5-4. Castro is on at first base for Shin-Soo Choo. Casey had a leap in the air on that ground ball, and if it gets over his head, it's more than likely a double. But as is, just the fielder's choice. Shin-Soo Choo grounded out 6-3 in the first, but it led to a run scoring. Quakes had the infield back, and Foltz was at third. The pitch to him, line drive, fair. Down the left field line and rolling into the corner. Rounding second, heading for third is Castro. They're going to hold him there on a stand-up double for Shin-Soo Choo. Shin-Soo has his first hit against the Quakes this year and his second overall. That is the second extra base hit for Inland Empire on the night, both of them doubles. And now runners are at second and third with 2 outs for Philip Willingham. Willingham walked his first time up back in the first. Left-handed designated hitter out of Mobile, Alabama. Shin-Soo Choo certainly has mastered the art of the extra base hit. He had 24 doubles, 8 triples, and 6 home runs last year for Wisconsin. And that was his first extra base hit in 2003. Second and third, 2 men away. Pitch to Willingham. Fastball runs outside, 1 ball, no strikes. The Quakes now have the big lead, 6-1, and they protect the big lead. Something they haven't had to do all year long. They've only had leads 3 separate times through their first 4+ games. Pitch to Willingham. Fastball catches the outside corner, 1-1. They led 1-0 in the first inning here at Inland Empire last Thursday, 3-1 until the third. They hadn't led again until Saturday night in the 9th inning when they took a 3-2 advantage on Bakersfield, went on to win. And now they lead it 6-1 here in the home half of the third tonight. Breaking ball hit on the ground towards the line and foul of third. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Willingham. But the Quakes, I'm sure, will get used to playing with the lead. At least they'd like to think so. You can play with the lead more often than not, you're going to win a lot of ball games. Bill Willingham hit .360 last year for Richmond. Early in this season, he is 1 for 9 with a pair of walks. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with the breaking ball, and that retires the side. First strikeout of the night for Irvin Santana, and the 66ers failed to score in the third inning. We move to the fourth. 6-1 Rancho on the KWRM Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Marrakesh Red, Copper Blush, Custom Clay. These are what the fashionistas and marketing have decided will be the trendy colors this year. And with a Ricoh color laser printer, anyone can afford spectacular, eye-catching color output. And like I've been telling you, it's all about the output. So break out of your pigmentally deprived pack and flash a little chromatic creativity. Call Ricoh. You'll find them in the Tunisian lemon pages. Ricoh!
This is Rob Bushka, voice of the Cal State Fullerton Titans. Join baseball coach George Horton and I live on location at the Stadium Tavern in historic downtown Fullerton, Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. for Titan Talk here on 1370 KWRM. It's your chance to ask questions of the coach and the Titan baseball players. You can answer trivia for some great prizes and enjoy food and drink specials as well, like $1 pints. If you can't join us, listen live on KWRM or on the web at titansports.org. Titan Talk with George Horton, Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. on KWRM.
You're listening to Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Baseball on KWRM AM 1370 Corona.
For now, Emiliano Bruto is back to the mound for the 66ers as we move to the top half of the fourth inning. It's 6-1 Rancho Cucamonga. The Quakes will have Kotchman, Mathis, and Corbeil. Batters 3, 4, and 5. Bobby Meacham's lineup. There is action, however, going on down in the bullpen, which is down the left field line for Inland Empire, as left-hander Ryan Ketchner is up and soft tossing right now, and more than likely will be the next pitcher used by Inland Empire. As Kotchman swings at the first pitch by Bruto and hits it in the air to right center field. Tough play and a long run for Shin-Soo Choo. And instead of Shin-Soo making the catch, he's cut off by Rich Prohl, the second baseman. Smart play by Prohl to take that one away, as it appeared as though Choo got a real late break on that pop-up. So one man down, and here comes Jeff Mathis. Kotchman is now 0 for 1 on the night. Mathis flew out the first, walked and scored as part of that huge third inning. The pitch to him, breaking ball misses inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Tomorrow night, we're back on the air at about 6:55, maybe 7 o'clock at the latest. First pitch is set for 7:05. Joe Torres and Troy Quakes. Ball hit in the air to center field by Mathis. Another late break by Shin-Soo Choo, and He catches up to it and puts it away. The 2 men down, bases clear, and to the dish is Arias Corville. Torres and Kate represent a battle of left-handers. Only got a chance to see Joe pitch 3 innings. The ball game last Friday night in Bakersfield because of the suspended game, thanks to all the rain that came down. Miserable night. Pitch to Corville is a breaking ball strike over the outside corner. 1. To his credit, Torres fought off the bad weather, only gave up scattered hits, 2 singles. For the most part, looked very good. The 0-1, hit on the ground right back to the pitcher's mound. Bruto fields, jogs towards first, and an underhand toss to Van Metron retires inside. A much better effort by Emiliano Bruto as he sets down the Quakes in order here in the 4th inning. After 3 1/2 innings of play from San Bernardino's Arrowhead Credit Union Field, it's the Quakes 6 and the 66ers 1 on the KWRN Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
It's lunchtime, and you're up to bat. What are you going to put on their plates now? Syrup sandwiches made with Budig this season, and you'll set the record for most home runs. Carl Budig original thin sliced meats are always a hit because they come in 10 tasty varieties, including beef, ham, corned beef, and turkey. Hit a home run. Bring home some Budig meats today. Budig, where taste, quality, and value all meet.
Have you ever wanted to become a DJ? How about a sportscaster or maybe host your own talk show? If so, you've been looking for a career in broadcasting, and the best place to start is at broadcastertraining.com. At broadcastertraining.com, you'll get one-on-one, hands-on training with broadcasters already making money in the business. They'll help prepare you to be on air. You can train around your current schedule with a great apprenticeship program offered at just a fraction of the cost of most broadcast schools. The emphasis here is the apprenticeship program. It's the best in the business, and you learn from the best in the business on just how to make money in this great profession. Broadcastertraining.com. You choose from any local station to train at in your area. Get your broadcasting career started today at broadcastertraining.com. Look us up, broadcastertraining.com.
Home half of the 4th inning, it's 6-1 Rancho Cucamonga. The Inland Empire 66ers will have Van Metron, Pohl, and then Greg Jacobs. Batters 5, 6, and 7 against Irvin Santana. The pitch, swing and a miss by right-handed batting Jason Van Metron. No balls and 1 strike. An interesting study done today on ESPN.com trying to figure out the top developers of 2003 talent. Players who have made their way through minor league systems and have signed with that major league club and have made it all the way to the major league level. Swing and a miss, 0-2 is now the count to Van Metron. Be surprised to know that out of the 826 players who are currently in the major leagues, whether they're on the DL or not, doesn't matter. The Los Angeles Dodgers have developed the most talent. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out with a good slider. So after not striking out a batter through his first 2 2/3 innings on the mound, Santana has now struck out the last 2 batters that he has faced. 1 man down here in the 4th for Rich Kroll. The Dodgers have signed 46 players who are currently in the major leagues, including Piazza and Pedro Martinez and Paul Konerko, all came through their system and then eventually played in Dodger blue. Line drive almost takes the head off of Irvin Santana as it goes into center field. A single for Rich Kroll. That is hit number 3 on the night for the 66ers, and it brings Greg Jacobs to the plate. The Dodgers really shouldn't be that much of a surprise as the number 1 team on that list because of the fact that they are really on top of the game as far as developing talent in the Dominican. Also have a very good and talented minor league system in America as well. The Expos ranked 2nd on the list with 42 current players. The Blue Jays ranked 3rd with 40. Greg Jacobs is 0 for 1, left-handed batter. Crouches over in the stands and looks at a fastball strike over the outside corner. The 66ers continue to have action going in their pen. It is still Ryan Ketchner who is up. And more than likely that spells the end of the day for Emiliano Bruto. It has not been a very good day for the young Colombian right-handed. Outfield straight away. The 0-1. Lifted foul off to the left. No balls and 2 strikes. Many organizations rate their drafts in minor league systems by the number of players who wind up reaching the big leagues. For those who prefer the simpler approach, these organizations originally signed these players. I think that's more exciting. Forget going out and signing free agents. We want to develop the players ourselves. Homegrown talent. The 0-2 is popped up. Straight away left field. Jason Cooley back a couple of steps. Waits for it to come down and makes the catch. 2 men away. And to the plate, Chris Collins. The study goes on and on from there, trying to break down which organization's players have spent the longest amount of time in the big leagues and how many home runs they've hit, things of that nature. But really interesting to see. By the way, out of all the players in the major leagues, 619 of the 826 that are currently on active rosters are from the U.S. of A. Fastball misses down low, 1 ball and no strikes to Collins. 74 of them from the Dominican, 39 from Venezuela, 35 from Puerto Rico, and 13 are from Mexico. It goes on from there. To the set goes Irvin Santana, the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Chris Collins, who was 0 for 1. Santana's only had 1 smooth inning on the hill thus far, a 1-2-3 effort in the second. Other than that, he's run into at least mild trouble in every inning. And has given up just 1 run. That was back in the first. Soft toss over to first base, checking up on Rich Pohl. Pohl's not really a threat to run. In fact, he hasn't stolen a base in his 1+ seasons in the minor leagues. The catcher, Jeff Mathis, sets away. The 2-0 popped him up. Very shallow center field. Out goes the shortstop, Murphy. In comes Kimpton, the center fielder, and it's Nick Kimpton who makes the call and the catch. Back retires the side. With the 66ers in the 4th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. They strand 1. We move to the 5th inning of play. It's the Quakes 6 and the 66ers 1 on the KWRN Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Listen up, baseball fans. Where can you go to get a quality oil change done by service professionals at a great price and get a voucher good for 2 free tickets to a Rancho Cucamonga Quakes game? Goodyear, that's where. All season long, Goodyear dealers are offering you 2 free tickets to see your Quakes play just for getting that oil change that you need anyway. With tires as low as $18, quality brands like Goodyear and Dunlop, and complete automotive service, it's no wonder why your Goodyear dealer is the place to go for all your automotive needs. Call 1-800-GOODYEAR for a dealer near you.
Hey, if you haven't been to a Rancho Cucamonga Quakes game lately, you don't know what you're missing. Shed Spread Country Crock invites you and your family to come out and see the game. Bring the whole family out for a Country Crock Family Sunday. Quakes fans who bring an original cash register receipt showing purchase of any Shed Spread Country Crock product can buy 1 ticket at regular price and get 1 free for any Sunday home game. Offer ends August 31st. Offer limited to 3 free tickets and subject to availability. Country Crock, bring it home.
And hold on, the sun came out today.
We're in the top half of the 5th inning. It's 6-1 Rancho Cucamonga, and Inland Empire becomes the first of the 2 ball clubs to go to the bullpen as left-hander Ryan Ketchner will take over for Emiliano Bruto. Bruto, who leaves standing to lose the ball game, lasted just 4 innings, surrendered 6 runs, all earned on 8 hits. He struck out 3, but walked 3. And 2 out of the 3 men that he walked came across the score. There were zeros the rest of the way on his line. So Ryan Ketchner is in there. He pitched on opening day against Rancho Cucamonga. 6'1", 190 pounds out of Lantana, Florida. He's the Mariners' 10th round draft choice. back in the year 2000. On opening day, Brian Ketchner against Rancho Cucamonga lasted 2 1/3 innings of scoreless relief. Gave up 3 hits, but he struck out 4. For Rancho Cucamonga, Jason Cooley is going to lead things off. He'll be followed by Justin Turner and Casey Smith. The Quakes sitting on their 5-run advantage at 6-1. Into the line goes Ketchner. First pitch to Cooley is fouled straight back. A hefty cut. No balls and 1 strike. Brian Ketchner last year split time between Wisconsin and Tacoma. Spent most of his year with the Timber Rattlers in the Midwest League prior to going up to AAA for 1 start at the end of the season. Pitch to Cooley, catches the inside corner, 0-2. With Wisconsin, a very low ERA of 2.5 in 31 appearances. He also made 12 starts. The overall record not very good, 3-6. 0-2 pitch to Cooley, misses high and away. Ketchner for Tacoma in that 1 start. Got hit around a little bit, took the loss, gave up 9 hits in 5 2/3 innings and 3 runs. The catcher is Chris Collins. He sets in the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out with a good fastball. So Jason Cooley goes down swinging. 5 in a row set down by 66ers pitching, and here comes Justin Turner. Brian Ketchner, as we pointed out here on the KWRM airwaves on opening day, is deaf. Has no hearing whatsoever. Pitch to Justin Turner. Hit on the ground towards the hole at first. Base hit into right field. So after going 0 for his first 12 at the plate on the season, Turner now has hit in back-to-back plate appearances. And with 1 man down, here comes Casey Smith. For as much as you hear hitting is contagious, the more you realize it is. When one guy's cold, everybody's cold. And when everybody's cold, they're really cold. And that's what happened for the Quakes through their first 4 games. But they are breaking through tonight, ever since that 3rd inning when they played all 6 of their runs. Even Justin Turner catching on. Pitch to Casey Smith is taken for a strike, 0-1. Not to say in any way that Turner's not a capable hitter. More than capable. Had 97 hits a year ago for Cedar Rapids in 111 games. Very valuable guy to have around. Great defensive second baseman. Casey Smith is 2 for 2. Line drive to center field. In comes Shin-Soo Choo, and he had it played perfectly, and he makes the catch. 2 men down. Smith trying to poke one the other way, but Shin-Soo wanting nothing of it. Turner back to first for ninth place batter Nick Kempton. Ketchner began his professional career with Peoria in 2000 after graduated from high school just a May earlier. Went to John Leonard High School, which is in Westville, New York. Let's see if Turner looks to run and get in scoring position. Certainly Ketchner thinking so as he tosses over to first base. Last year, Ketchner had the 3rd best ERA among Mariner relievers and 5th best in the Midwest League. This ball fouled away by Nick Kempton. Now he's down in the count, 0-1, off the roof. Opponent hit just 190 against him as a reliever. 75 for 395 at the plate. That's how good he was. They made him into a starter, and all of a sudden the ERA and all of the other negative numbers were inflated. So probably best in this role. The 0-1 taken up and away by Nick Kempton, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ketchner, still a young guy, just 21 years of age. And as we also pointed out during opening day, the fact that he's deaf has not hampered him at all. One of the other players on this team, Greg Jacobs, speaks sign. As this ball pops up into shallow center field, out goes Cole, the second baseman. In comes Choo, and it's Cole. makes the catch. That retires the side. Pop out 4. For the Quakes in the 5th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they lead 1. We are midway through the ball game as we head to the home half of the 5th inning. It's the Quakes 6 and the 66ers 1. On the KWRM Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
One of the most important things you can do to keep your car and other vehicles running their best is to change the oil and filter regularly. But did you know that you haven't finished the job right until you've recycled that used oil and filter? You should never dump used oil in the ground, in storm drains, or in the garbage. The only safe way to dispose of that used oil and filter is by taking it to a friendly, convenient collection center. So this spring and summer, step up to the plate for the environment and find an oil and oil filter collection center or a household hazardous waste collection center near you. Call 1-800-CLEANUP. The Quakes and the California Integrated Waste Management Board want to thank you for all of your recycling efforts. Working together, we can keep our community a great place to live, work, and play ball.
Hey fans, it's Rob Render, voice of the Quakes, reminding you to get out to the ballpark for some hot dogs, peanuts, nachos. I can't work with all this great food.
Come see the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, affiliate of the world champion Anaheim Angels, play at the beautiful epicenter off Interstate 15 at Foothill. For tickets as low as $6, call 909-481-5252. That's 481-5252. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Always a big hit.
Eddie Menchaca has a 1-ball, no-strike count as we move to the home half of the 5th inning. Irvin Santana goes into the line. The 1-0 just missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. It's 6-1 Rancho Cucamonga. All 6 of their runs in the 3rd. For the 66ers, their lone run came across in the 1st. Menchaca 0 for 1 thus far in the night. The 2-0 is popped up. A mile in the sky, foul territory. The catcher, Jeff Mathis, makes the call and eventually called off by Casey Kotchman, who makes the catch. Pop out 3, foul. And back to the top of the order for Sheldon Foltz. The Major League Baseball scoreboard is brought to you by Alpha Graphics. Alpha Graphics, your local printer specializing in design, copy, print, and miracles. Visit Alpha Graphics for all of your print copy projects. You'll be glad you did. Located in Rancho Cucamonga at Archibald and 7th. Sheldon Foltz has reached base both times at the dish tonight. He doubled and scored in the 1st, walked in the 3rd. The pitch to him, swing and a miss. 1-1. We will start in the American League, where the Kansas City Royals defeated the Detroit Tigers today by a count of 9-6. Kansas City had 12 hits. Jimmy Appelt got the win. He's 1-0. Swing and a miss. 0-2 is now the count to Foltz. Jeremy Bonderman, the former Modesto A from a season ago, is now 0-2 as he takes the loss. McDougal to save his 4th. The Royals are absolutely on fire. Santana's 0-2 pitch to Foltz. Fastball just missed. Home run for Brent Maine, his 2nd. Brown, his 1st. In the Kansas City victory over the Detroit Tigers. Sheldon Foltz bats from the left side and calls time. The Indians defeated the White Sox today 5-2. Another win for Anderson. He's now 2-0. 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses up high, 2-2. Rich Garland the loss, 0-1, and save number 3 for Danny Baez. Paul Konerko homered his 1st, and Brandon Phillips hit his 1st for the Cleveland Indians. 5-2 they win. The 2-2 pitch. Look out, fastball missing high and tight. Now Santana started to throw much harder than he did earlier in the game. Not only harder, but certainly much heavier with the fastball. And again, by heavy, if you ever watch a Kurt Schilling pitch, describe his fastball as heavy. Very hard to hit. 3-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball. So down goes Sheldon Foltz. Strikeout number 3 for Irvin Santana. 2 men down here in the 5th inning for Ismael Castro. It is certainly easier to pitch with a lead. maybe that is something that Tana is experiencing right now. Certainly has that effortless delivery anyway. Right now, starting to turn up the gas. Pitch to Castro, line drive, caught at third by Casey Smith, and that retires the side. Another 1-2-3 inning for Irvin Santana. We cruise into the sixth inning. 6-1 Quakes on the KWRF Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
The Mossy Plaza on Foothill Boulevard in Rancho Cucamonga is home to some of the finest cuisine in the Inland Empire. Come enjoy a taste of Japan like you never have experienced before at Wabi Sabi, offering a full sushi bar and hibachi grill. Go south of the border and enjoy the best Mexican food in town at Felipe's Tanqueria. Feel like you're floating down a river in Venice as you bite into a pizza at Bellissimo Pizza and Restaurant, the new home for the Quakes radio postgame show after every Wednesday home game. Sit back and watch that night's big games as you drink microbrew beer and try one of the best burgers in Rancho at Compass Creek. There's nothing like good barbecue, and Woody's makes it happen. And if you're looking for that late night meal, stop by Denny's for everything from breakfast to dinner and at any time of the day. All of this can be found at the Mossy Plaza, the place to dine in Rancho Cucamonga on Foothill Boulevard, located right next to the epicenter.
Titan fans of Pastimes Collectibles knows baseball is a year-round event. Located inside Villa del Sol in downtown Fullerton, Pastimes offers the finest in authenticated sports memorabilia for over a decade. They have every item for every fan, for every budget. From Ruth and Cobb to Tiger, Jordan, Ali, Montana, and Shaq. You'll find it at Pastimes Collectibles. Where do pros like Nomar Garcia fire shop when they want collectible jerseys, equipment, and artwork? Pastimes Collectibles. Call 714-870-8013. That's 714-870-8013.
New grass on the field.
Tommy Murphy turns around to bat from the right side against Ryan Ketchner, the southpaw, who's now out for his second inning of work. And Murphy takes the fastball low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. It's 6-1 Rancho Cucamonga here in the top of the sixth. Broken back ground ball, stabbed down at third by Castro, but off his glove and into short left field for a base hit. So Tommy Murphy has his third hit of the night. And once again, the Quakes have the leadoff man aboard. Here comes Jason Aspito. A chunk of the bat flying out towards the pitcher's mound. Ketchner avoided it. At third, Castro dove to his left. Had the ball momentarily, but skipped off the edge of the mitt. So Aspito bats. He is 1 for 3 on the night with a single and a run scored. Back to the Major League Baseball scoreboard, where the New York Yankees defeated the Minnesota Twins today by a count of 2-1. The Yanks are now 7-1 on the year. Fastball misses low and away to Aspito. Mike Messina now 2-0 with the win. Rose took the loss. He's 1-1, and the save for Juan Acevedo, his second. For the Yankees, Mondesi and Posada each homered. For Jorge, it was his third on the year. Soft toss over to first, checking up on Murphy. Toronto destroyed the Red Sox 10-5. Casey Fossum, the highly touted prospect, which the Red Sox hung on to during the offseason, despite trade rumors that he would be dealt for Bartolo Colon. Took the loss today. Aspito whacks this one foul off to the left, 1-1. Sturt's got the win today for Toronto. He's 2-0. For Boston, Manny Ramirez hit his first home run. Bergen Wells went yard for Toronto. Vernon Wells now has 3 home runs on the season. The outfield now shifting around to left field for Jason Aspito. So expecting him to go the other way. The 1-1 pitch misses down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tampa Bay beats Baltimore 10-7. Alabama the win 1-0. Roberts the loss 0-1. Carter to save his first. Bautista a pair of home runs for Baltimore. He now has 3, and Anderson got his first for Tampa Bay. Lefty against lefty. Ketchner's 2-1 to Aspito. His pop foul straight back and clearing everything out into the San Bernardino night. The Oakland A's continue to dominate offensively. 13 runs on 13 hits in their victory over Texas today, 13-5. Mark Mulder 1-0 with the win. Ismael Valdez the loss. He is 1-1. For Oakland, Hatterberg, Tejada, Long, and Ellis all homers. 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses up and away, 3-2. Let's see if Tommy Murphy is off and running from first base. For Texas, Palmero his third home run, and Juan Gonzalez already has 4. Bounce-back season for Juan. They're in the middle of the 5th in Seattle. Anaheim has a 4-0 lead on the Mariners. Kevin Appier and Joel Pinheiro. 3-2 pitch. Runner doesn't go. Fastball call, strike 3. Aspito did not agree, but he goes down. That is strikeout number 2 for Ryan Kotchman. And out number 1 here in the 6th inning. Another chance for Casey Kotchman is upcoming. In the National League, the Cubs beat the Montreal Expos again today. It's back-to-back wins for the Cubbies against the Spos. 3-0 was the winning margin. Throw goes to first base. Mark Pryor 2-0 with the win. Javier Vasquez 1-1 with the loss. And Miller his first home run. Damian Miller for the Cubs. The Cubbies, despite that awfully cold weather, certainly scoring runs. The pitch is a breaking ball that misses down low to Kotchman. 1 ball and no strikes. Casey has walked twice. He is also grounded out. As the 66ers get action going for the first time in their bullpen. The 1-0 pitch. This is down low 2-0. The first time since Ketchner came on for Emiliano Bruto, that is. And we'll get the number for you as soon as we can. It appears to be Brian Strelitz, a right-hander. The 2-0 pitch, hit in the air in a fairly deep left center field, but Kotchman just got underneath it. It's playable for Shin-Soo Choo, and he makes the catch. 2 men down. And I mean, Koch just missed it. Took that hefty rip, knew what he was going to get. A little bit disappointed as he walks back into the Quakes dugout. Here's Jeff Mathis. San Francisco outscores San Diego today by a count of 15-11. Nathan the win, 1-0. Tankers lead the loss, 0-1. The ex-Lake Elsinore Storm member. And Tankers lead did not retire a batter. Taken from the game in the first inning after he was just called up today from AAA. For San Diego, Klesko is first. Rondell White is second. As far as the home runs go. Another throw goes to first. Tommy Murphy's not looking to run. At least not yet. Stole 31 bases last year for Cedar Rapids. Tonight, he has 3 hits, including a double. 3 out of 4. Good to see Murph picking things up with the lumber. The pitch, swing and a miss. Hefty rip by Mathis. 1-1. The Dodgers beat the Diamondbacks 5-2 behind Darren Dreifert. He's now 1-1. Younghyun Kim the loss, 0-2, and second save for Gagne. Luis Gonzalez goes yard his third, as does Sean Green with his second. The Dodgers trying to pick things up after they got off to a 2-5 start. The 0-1 hit in the air at a fairly deep right field. Going back is Jacobs, right in front of the warning track, circles underneath it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. So the Quakes get a leadoff single for Murphy, but after that, Aspito, Kotchman, and Mathis go in order. After 5.5 innings of play from Arrowhead Credit Union Field, it's the Quakes 6 and the 66ers 1. AWRN Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Vineyard Bank is located in a special town with a rich heritage. The historic Route 66 highway and the old vineyards may be reminders of generations past, but the game of baseball is still very much a vibrant part of hometown America today. As your local bank, we're proud to be a part of this thriving community, and we see it as our obligation to help families and businesses realize their dreams. Whether you're buying a new home or expanding your business, we want you to think of us first. Creativity, Ingenuity and flexibility are words that we live by. It reflects our style of banking and our commitment to our customers and the community at large. Whatever your perception of Vineyard Bank, we invite you to take a closer look. As your hometown bank, we welcome the opportunity to serve you. Call Vineyard Bank at 1-800-442-4996 and check us out.
Stadium Tavern in historic downtown Fullerton is a proud sponsor of Titan Sports. Located in Villa del Sol off Wilshire and Harbor, enjoy Stadium's happy hour from 4 to 7 days a week. Try our classic burgers or the elegance of chicken risotto or our signature seafood. Stadium Tavern caters any party, big or small, and is the host venue for Titan Talk with George Horton. Stadium Tavern in downtown Fullerton. Call 714-447-4200. That's 714-447-4200.
We're in the home half of the sixth inning. It's 6-1 Rancho Cucamonga. For the Quakes, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error for the Inland Empire 66ers. Shin-Soo Choo, Philip Willingham, and Jason Van Metron, the heart of their order against right-hander Irvin Santana. The first pitch to Shin-Soo Choo is bunted up the third base line. Smith charges field, throws, got him! Another Quake defensive play by Casey Smith. He's made a pair of them tonight. So Shin-Soo trying to get on base any way he possibly can. And that time, you're not going to beat Casey Smith. Here comes Philip Willingham. Just to round out the scoreboard, just told you the Dodgers beat Arizona. Philadelphia destroys Atlanta today, 16-2. 18 hits for the Phillies, including a pair of home runs for Jim Thome, who now has 2 of them on the year. And this ball grounded foul by Willingham. Burrow also hit a pair for his first 2 home runs. Greg Maddux, who looks horrible to this point this season, now 0-3 with the defeat. The 0-1, look out, fastball missing low and in. 1-1 to Willingham. More action going in the bullpen for San Bernardino. Milwaukee defeats Pittsburgh 3-2. Ritchie the win 1-0. Josh Fogg the loss 1-1. This ball grounded foul, a little squibber into the Quakes dugout. 1-2 to Willingham. Dujon, his second save for Milwaukee, and Jeff Jenkins went yard, his first on the year. The Florida Marlins beat the Mets today 3-2. Behind Brandon Looper's first win. Another ground ball foul. We'll do it again at 1-2 to Willingham. Mike Stanton, the loss of relief. Jeremy Burnitz went yard, as did Ivan Rodriguez. How about Greg Maddux and the Atlanta Braves? On the year, Atlanta now 3-6. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball. That's 4 strikeouts for Irvin Santana, who is now set down 7 consecutive 66ers. 2 men away here in the 6th inning for Jason Van Metron. Houston defeats Cincinnati 4-3. Billy Wagner got the save there. And Colorado beats St. Louis 9-4. As time is called at the plate. Cruz the win today for Colorado. Brett Tomko the loss for St. Louis. Second home run of the year for Scott Rowland. Bobby Estelle and Preston Wilson both went yard for Colorado. This ball popped up. Very shallow center. Out goes Tommy Murphy. The shortstop makes the catch. And that retires the side. Things are starting to get easy for Irvin Santana. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. We move to the 7th. 6-1 Quakes. On the KWRS Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Hi, this is voice of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, Rob Brender. I enjoy my job and all, but sometimes I even need to get away. So let me tell you about a little place called Laughlin, Nevada. You don't need a major league salary to enjoy it. It's got great hotels, lively entertainment, and exciting Colorado River action for a reasonable price. You trust me to bring you great sports coverage, so trust me that this is a great spot to visit. For more information, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or click on visitlaughlin.com. Laughlin, Nevada. Play the way you like it.
This is Rob Bushko, voice for the Cal State Bulletin Titans. Join baseball coach George Horton and I live on location at the Stadium Tavern in historic downtown Fullerton, Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. for Titan Talk here on 1370 KWRM. It's your chance to ask questions of the coach and the Titan baseball players. You can answer trivia for some great prizes and enjoy food and drink specials as well, like $1 pints. If you can't join us, listen live on KWRM or on the web at titansports.org. Titan Talk with George Horton, Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. on KWRM.
You're listening to Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Baseball on KWRM AM 1370 Corona.
The evening is done for Ryan Ketchner, the left-hander who came on and relieved himself for Emiliano Bruto. Ketchner goes 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, strikes out 2, and zeros the rest of the way. So he is now tossed 4 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings against Rancho Cucamonga. And Brian Sterlitz, the right-hander, will come out of the bullpen for Inland Empire as we move to the top half of the 7th inning. It is 6-1 Rancho Cucamonga. Corbeil, Cooley, and Turner. If anyone should get on, then Casey Smith. Into the line goes the right-hander Brian Sterlitz. First pitch to Corbeil is taken down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Sterlitz is 6'2", 200 pounds. He's out of Temple City, California. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Big rip by Corbeil. Sterlitz originally signed by the New York Yankees in the 7th round back in 2001 out of Texas A&M University. But the Yankees gave up on him after he was called up to the South Atlantic League in Greensboro last year and posted a 14.40 ERA. Swinging a miss by Corbeil, 1-2. Sterlitz then signed in January of 2003 with the Seattle Mariners. The 1-2 to Azarias. Check swing, they appeal, got him. Punched out by the first base umpire, Jacob Uhlenhoff. So, Azarias is now 0 for 4, and with 1 man down, Jason Cooley will get a shot. Sterlitz started the year last year in the Florida State League with Tampa. He was 2-1, made 27 relief appearances, and an ERA of 4.5. So after a pretty good start, he gets sent down to Greensboro and puts up absolutely terrible numbers. Breaking ball misses low and away to Jason Cooley. For Staten Island in 2001, he also had pretty good numbers. 24 relief stints, a 3.5 ERA. He was 3-3. Swing and a miss by Cooley, 1 ball, 1 strike. So this is a guy in Brian Sterlitz that the Yankees flat out gave up on, and the Mariners said, well, you know what? You're going to give up on him. We'll take a shot. Why not? The 7th rounder, you must have thought something of it. The 1-1 is popped foul off to the right. Look out in the stands. Everybody trying to get themselves a souvenir. 1-2 to Cooley. So we've seen Bruto, Ketchner, and now Sterlitz for Inland Empire. And so far, Irvin Santana all the way for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. And no sign that he's weakening. The 1-2, pop foul, once again straight back. We'll see if the catcher Collins has a place. Back to the screen and runs out of room. Ball's about 3 rows back. There is further action going now in the bullpen for the 66ers. So it doesn't appear as though Mr. Sterlitz will be on the mound for more than just 1 inning. Certainly not with the action up this quickly. Looks as though Glenn Bott, a left-hander, may be up. The outfield playing very deep for Cooley. 1-2 pitch. Hit foul to the right. So Jason with a pretty good at-bat. Working to stay alive against Brian Sterlitz. Bruto was hit very hard. Starter tonight for Inland Empire, giving up 6 runs in 4 innings. But Ketchner did a very good job in his 2 innings. The 1-2 pitch. This is low. Ball then 2 strikes to Jason Cooley. Cooley with 1 hit tonight, a single driving in a pair in the 3rd inning. He would come around to score. 2-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Second baseman Rich Pohl says that he's got it, and he does. So pop out 4. Cooley is now 1 for 4. And with 2 men away here in the top half of the 7th inning, that will give us a chance to see Justin Turner again. Then don't forget, after every single Wednesday home game, the Quakes will have their post-game radio show with yours truly, Rob Brender, at Bellissimo Pizza, located in the Mossy Plaza. Pitch to Turner, line drive down the right field line and deep. This ball's trouble if it's fair, but it's foul. Narrowly missing the line by only a couple of feet. The ball's 1 strike. Bellissimo Pizza with a full bar, fantastic Italian food, and located right next to the epicenter in the Mossy Plaza. Matter of fact, it's only a stone's throw or a Jeff Mathis home run away from being whacked. So come on by after every single Wednesday home game. Pitch to Turner, pops him up a mile in the sky, left side of the infield. It's either Castro or Menchaca. Eddie Menchaca, the shortstop, makes the catch, and that retires the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Brian Strelitz. We move to the home half of the 7th inning. Time to get up and stretch. It's the Quakes 6 and the 66ers 1 on the KWRN Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Rob Brender here, voice of the Quakes, updating you on a great season of bobbleheads, weekday specials, and fireworks shows. You work hard all day. Treat yourself to a real ball game, a fantastic value. With the best seat in the house, only $10.
Come see the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, affiliate of the world champion Anaheim Angels, play at the beautiful epicenter off Interstate 15 at Foothill. For tickets as low as $6, call 909-481-5252. That's 481-5252. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Always a big hit.
When you stay at a Red Roof Inn, you can live large and pay little. At Red Roof Inn, you'll find quality rooms, friendly service, competitive rates, and enjoy complimentary morning coffee and the USA Today. Plus, as a Ready Card Prefer member, you'll earn points towards free room nights. With more than 360 Red Roof Inns nationwide, you'll find locations everywhere, including nearby in Ontario, San Dimas, Anaheim, Santa Ana, and Victorville. Visit us at redroof.com or call 1-800-RED-ROOF. Live large and pay little at your friendly Red Roof Inn.
Home half of the 7th inning is 6-1 Rancho Cucamonga. The crowd here in San Bernardino, Arrowhead Credit Union Field. An opportunity to get up and stretch those legs. The Quakes have been stretching out the fielder's legs tonight for San Bernardino with a lot of hits. This ball's looped on the infield and playable for Justin Turner. Fields on one hop, and he throws out Rich Cole. 1 man down, 4-3 on the ground out. So Santana has now set down 9 consecutive batters and really is heating up. Greg Jacobs will get a chance here with 1 out. Fans during all Sunday home games at the Epicenter, you're going to have the opportunity to dine with the Quakes following that day's game. Brought to you by Chili's Restaurant in Rancho Cucamonga. All contestants that win on-field contest Sundays will have the chance to eat in the Quakes Corner at Chili's with their favorite Quakes players after the game. That's Chili's in Rancho Cucamonga. Pitch to Greg Jacobs, who bats from the left side, misses low and away. A ball and no strikes. The last hit for the 66ers, a 1-out single for Rich Cole in the 4th. Fastball misses in, 2-0 to Jacobs. We are now in the 7th with 1 man down. Greg Jacobs, originally selected in the 13th round by the Angels back in 1998. The pitch is hit in the air to center field and deep. Going back is Nick Kimpton. It's a long way to get it out of here to that spot. And Kimpton backs up against the fence to make the catch. Or did he? I believe he did. Yeah, there's finally the signal by Jacob Uhlenhoff. It took him a while, rounding all the bases as Greg Jacobs. He finally touches home, thinking that it should be an inside-the-park home run, but I think he's wrong. Yeah, he's got to be wrong. Yeah, 2 outs are now on the board. So Jacobs was certainly fooled. Kimpton made a fantastic catch, backing up against the fence in center field. He fell down after bumping into the screen. Appears to be all right, and here is Chris Collins, who's 0 for 2. The pitch, line drive, caught at third by Casey Smith, just above the infield dirt. Another 1-2-3 inning for Irvin Santana. 3 of those in a row for the young right-hander. We move to the 8th. 6-1 Quakes on the KWRF Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Baseball, its tradition, the American pastime, and the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. KWRM 1370 is proud to be your exclusive radio home for Quakes baseball. The California League affiliate of the Anaheim Angels will host the best future big leaguers in the world in the 7th annual Carolina League versus California League All-Star Game in June. For tickets to the 10-time California League attendance champions, call 909-481-5252 or visit them on the web at icquakes.com. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball, only on KWRM.
Baseball season is in full swing. The sun is out, the days are longer, and it's time to play ball. For many of us, this also means it's time to clean up our cars, change the oil and filter, and get ready for a busy summer on the go. When you change the oil in your vehicles, remember, recycle the used oil and filters. Recycling is the only safe way to keep oil away from our streams, rivers, lakes, oceans, and recreation areas. Besides recycling, it's easy. Just call 1-800-CLEANUP for the address of a service station, quick lube, or household hazardous waste collection center near you. The friendly staff at these centers will take your oil for free. So go finish that cleanup job the right way, and then come watch the Quakes clean up on the baseball diamond. The California Integrated Waste Management Board wants to thank you for all of your recycling efforts.
Casey Smith, Nick Kempton, and then back to the top of the order for Tommy Murphy. 3 scheduled batters for the Quakes as we move to the top half of the 8th inning. Inland Empire trails it 6-1, and they have also gone to the bullpen again. The 3rd time tonight they've done that as left-hander Glenn Bott takes over where Brian Strelitz left off. And there's a breaking ball strike to Casey Smith. Strelitz goes 1 inning, 1 strikeout, and zeros the rest of the way in his debut for the 66ers. The 0-1, missed outside, 1 ball, 1 strike to Casey Smith. Glenn Bott pitched all of last year for San Bernardino. Made 30 appearances, 23 of them out of the starting role. This ball's crushed to left. Back is false. Warning track ball. This ball is out of here. The first home run of the season for Casey Smith. First home run of the season for a Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. He's retired the side in order in 3 consecutive innings as Santana and 11 consecutive batters. Want to go even further than that? He's set down 13 of the last 14 that he's faced. The 0-1 to Aspito misses low and away. A ball and 1 strike. The Quakes looking to pick up their second win on the season and have a chance tomorrow night to move to 500. Breaking ball hit on the ground towards the hole. Over to get it is Pohl, the second baseman. Fields on the outfield grab. Slips down and cannot make a play. Nice job by Pohl just to get to the baseball, but when he tried to cock back and make a throw, he fell down. So Aspito has himself a hit, I believe. Have to wait for the official scores to go over it. Yep, hit is up on the board. And he keeps the inning going, does Aspito. Here comes Casey Kotchman with 2 men down. That's Aspito's second hit of the evening. He is 2 out of 5. And now 4 for 17 on the young season. At first base, Metron will play behind him. Pitch to Casey Kotchman. Line drive, just foul. Narrowly clipped the first base line. So Kotchman's been awfully close on some big hits. On the night, he's officially 0 for 2 as a pair of walks and a run scored. When he flew out in the 6th inning, he just missed the ball that was right up his alley. Fastball belt high, and he was right on it. His only extra base hit of the season, a double on last Thursday night's ball game, was off the top of the fence in right. The 0-1 to Casey, hit on the ground towards third. Over to get this one is Castro. The flip to second is just in time. Nice job by Pohl to bring that one down. Fielder's choice 5-4 erases Aspito and the Quakes in the 8th. But a leadoff home run for Casey Smith, his first on the year, and the Quakes carry a 7-1 lead as we move to the home half of the 8th inning on the KWRM Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
The makers of high-volume printing systems. Now, these people see blue-chip prices and slack-jawed indifference as their inalienable birthright. Look, the only place to go for high volume without that high price is Rico. 85, 105, even 1,000 pages per minute if you connect a bunch of them together. The era of high-priced, high-volume is truly over, bucko. It's time for them to go. Time for Rico. Rico!
Galliano Winery, located at 4231 Wineville Road in Miraloma, California, in business since 1927. The Galliano family roots run deep in Cucamonga Valley's winemaking history, offering a unique array of 25 varieties, including award-winning wines as well as the custom label. The Galliano tradition continues to grow in the Inland Empire. Try the latest award-winning wines in a relaxed country atmosphere of the tasting room. Enjoy a tour of our landmark complex or relax in the beautiful picnic grounds. To reach Galliano Winery, call 909-685-5376. Or stop by Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or Sunday from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
You're listening to Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Baseball on KWRM AM 1370 Corona.
It's 7-1 Quakes as we move to the home half of the 8th inning from Arrowhead Credit Union Field in San Bernardino. I am Rob Brender. The Quakes are well on their way to their second win on the season. As right-hander Irvin Santana is cruising along, first man he faces here in the 8th is Eddie Manchaca, and Santana delivers a fastball for a called strike. A pair of right-handers are up in the bullpen right now for San Bernardino, Jeff Perez as well as Rusty Gray. The 0-1 pitch is a curveball that misses low, 1-1. Finally, some action going for Rancho Cucamonga in their bullpen. So there's a chance that this will be the last inning for Irvin Santana. And really a well-earned opportunity to finish the rest of the night on the bench. John Rowenhorst, who is throwing for Rancho Cucamonga. There's a strike. 1-2 is the count to Eddie Manchaca. Santana has looked absolutely unhittable since the third inning. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive to center field. In quickly comes Kimpton, and he can't get there to make a play. skips in front of him for a hit. That is the first hit for the 66ers since 1 out in the 4th inning. A span of 11 consecutive batters were set down prior to that hit. So back to the top of the order for Sheldon Foltz. Don't forget, fans, once again, the Quakes will open up their home schedule this Friday night with right-hander Aaron Seeley on the mound. Seeley down on rehab for the Anaheim Angels for the second of his 3 rehab stints with Rancho Cucamonga. The next one will be 5 days later, following Wednesday at home. This is Sheldon Foltz. His pop foul straight back. Tickets are available for opening day. There are fireworks that night, brought to you by Mervyn's. And all the fun that goes with Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball. 909-481-5252. Or stop by the box office during regular business hours. They're not going to hold the runner on at first, nor should they, as the fastball misses low and into Foltz. The count on the board is 1 ball and 1 strike. The Quakes will open up a 6-game homestand that day, 3 against Inland Empire and 3 more against the High Desert Mavericks. Tickets available for all 6 of those contests. And this ball sound away. Saturday night is Francisco Rodriguez bobblehead night at the ballpark. First 1,200 fans through the gates get the Frankie Rodriguez bobblehead. The ex-Quake, now an Angel, and a World Series hero. Quakes magnet schedule for all fans brought to you by Frazee Paint on Sunday. And then Monday Madness, Fanatic Tuesdays, and Weenie Wednesdays against the High Desert Mavericks. 1-2 pitch, just missed in. 2-2 the count to Foltz. 909-481-5252 for Quakes ticket information. And ask for Heather Lynch. She loves to take phone calls. Outfield straight away. 2-2 pitch. Hit hard but foul. Look out in the Quakes bullpen. Everybody's scurrying for safety. And we'll do it again in 2-2. It appears as though Foltz broke the bat. So he walks over toward the Inland Empire dugout to pick out a new piece of lumber. Those fantastic promotions I was just speaking of, the Monday Madness, $10 for a pair of club tickets, 2 sodas, and 2 boxes of Cracker Jack. Fanatic Tuesdays, Thunder Sticks, Team Spirit Contest, and 2 for 1. Weenie Wednesday, all hot dogs are good for just $1. $1 for a hot dog. Can't beat it. We'll also have Thirsty Thursdays this year, starting in May. Of course, $1 for all beverages. And that's brought to you by Twin Nightclub in Rancho Cucamonga. Foltz is back in there. Runner at first. And nobody out here in the home half of the 8th inning. Fastball misses low and away. Now the count is full to Sheldon Foltz. He'll be followed up by Ismael Castro. The last thing that Santana wants here is to walk anybody. Make him put it in play. Sheldon Foltz has been doing a lot of that early in the season, sitting right around 500. 3-2 pitch. Fastball misses up and in. There's the base on ball. So Santana may be tiring just a little bit. Out to the mound goes catcher Jeff Mathis. Down to second man Chaka. Foltz has his second walk of the evening. And now for Sheldon Foltz on the year. That's 4 walks. 4 walks for a guy who only walked 38 times all of last year. And just as Jeff Mathis getting set to walk back to the plate area, Zeke Zimmerman, the Quakes pitching coach, jogs out of the dugout and going to meet with Santana just briefly. Had a couple things to say, and now he will go back. Tomorrow night, we are on the air at about 7. First pitch is 7:05. Battle of Southpaws, Joe Torres for Rancho Cucamonga and Troy Kate for the 66ers. Torres and Kate. And game time set for 7:05 in that one. Pitch to Ismael Castro, a right-handed batter, swung on and missed. No chance. A dandy of a curveball. I think it won the count. Santana has really not had to throw a lot of off-speed stuff tonight. Certainly not breaking balls. Many fastballs, and he's mixing in the occasional changeup. Runners away from first and second with nobody out. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Just as I say that, back-to-back curveballs. And he's ahead on Castro, 0-2. Ismael Castro led the Northwest League in hits doubles and extra base hits last year. He hit .313 for the Everett Aqua Sox. 9 home runs, and he drove in 46. This is a guy who was named MVP of the Venezuela Summer League in 2001. Swing and a miss. Down he goes on the curveball. 3 consecutive breaking pitches, and Castro had no chance at any of them. And that is going to do it for Irvin Santana. Must have reached his pitch count as Bobby Meacham leaves the Quakes dugout and makes the call to the bullpen. So Santana did a fine job tonight. And let's see if the bullpen can hold on to a 7-1 lead. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Carl Buddick Thin Slice Meats on the KWRM Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Hey fans, the manager has already picked his lineup. Have you? I'm talking about the all-star lineup of Carl Buddick. Original thin sliced luncheon meats. They are lean and they are delicious. Great all-American favorites like beef, turkey, ham, and corned beef make Carl Buddick the right call every time. So what'll be on your training table? With 10 great varieties to choose from, it'll be a close call at home plate. But you can't go wrong because Buddick is the MVP of taste, quality, and value. Look for Buddick thin sliced meats at all.
Irvin Santana had a fantastic evening tonight. I mean, an unprecedented last 4 or 5 innings on the mound. His final line cannot be completed yet. He's taken out with 2 men down here in the 8th inning, responsible for Eddie Menchaca, who's at second, and Shane Foltz, who stands at first. The new Quakes pitcher is left-hander John Rowenhorst. Santana went 7 2/3 innings and looked absolutely wonderful after the 3rd. The only run he gave up in the 1st inning, a leadoff double for Foltz, and eventually a ground ball drove him in. So Irvin Santana looks to pick up his first win as a Rancho Cucamonga Quake, move his mark to 1-0 on the season. Certainly looks much better tonight than he did in his last outing, which was last Thursday. Jonathan Rowenhorst making his 2nd appearance of the year. The first one came in the only Quakes win to this point last Saturday night at Bakersfield. 2 scoreless innings, a pair of strikeouts and a pair of hits. So Rowenhorst is going to pick up where Santana left off and get the Quakes through this mild thread here in the 8th and then through the 9th to their 2nd victory of the season. Here comes Shin-Soo Choo. Rowenhorst, left-hander, 6'1", 180 pounds, out of Anaheim, California. Free agent signing by the Angels in 2001 and had an earned run average below 2 last year in the Midwest League for the Cedar Rapids Colonels. Shin-Soo Choo is 1 for 3, a double, a run batted in, and a pair of groundouts. Runners at first and second, 2 men down here in the 8th inning. The pitch. Breaking ball misses low, 1 ball and no strikes. Rowenhorst, by no means a hard thrower, fastball in the mid-80s, very good curveball, and he also has a changeup. What makes him so successful, the big leg kick. Kicks up with the right leg and hides the ball very well. The infield is back all the way around, the outfield straight away. 1-0 pitch, hit on the ground towards second base, backing up the field this one. Turner goes the short route to second for 1. Relay throw is not in time. So they tried to turn 2, but couldn't quite do it. Fielder's choice, 4-6. Erasing Sheldon Foltz, down to third goes Eddie Menchaca. Shin-Soo Choo is on at first. So runners at the corners with 2 away, and here comes Philip Willingham. As Shin-Soo Choo sees the average fall even further. On the season, he is now 2 for his first 15. And we may have a pinch hitter. Have to wait and see who leads the dugout for Inland Empire. It's going to be John Williamson, one of the backup catchers. So Willingham is done, and John Williamson, who played last year for San Bernardino, is in there. First change that the 66ers had made as far as any of their bats in either of the 2 games that we have seen. John Williamson, 6'1", 200 pounds, out of Lewisburg, North Carolina. The switch hitter who's going to bat from the left side, or beg your pardon, from the right side against the southpaw John Rowenhorst. Willingham finishes up his day officially 0 for 2, walking the first and a pair of strikeouts. The fastball misses high and away. 1 ball and no strikes to John Williamson. For the Quakes with 12 hits on the board. And the 66ers with 4. The 1-0. Fastball strike over the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. Good news out of the big leagues, by the way, for the Boston Red Sox as of a couple of days ago is they were able to sign Pedro Martinez to his contract extension worth $17.5 million. 1-1 pitch, loop foul straight back over the screen and into one of the luxury suites to my right. 1-2 the count. The Red Sox and Martinez are now talking long-term contracts so he can finish out his career in a Red Sox jersey. See if that happens. John Williamson digs back in there. Swing and a miss. Good fastball from John Rowenhorst as Williamson goes down. Pair of strikeouts in the inning for John, and this one retires the side. We move to the ninth. It's 7-1 in favor of Rancho Cucamonga. The KWRM Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Please leave a message.
Hi, Dad. It's me. Sorry you weren't home. I just wanted to let you know, Mom and I are having a great time here in Laughlin, Nevada. We miss you a ton and can't wait to get home. But unfortunately, our tire busted. Yeah, our spare busted too, simultaneously. What are the chances of that? And also, it snowed here. Yeah, it snowed like 5 feet, and all the roads are closed. I know you've heard it's the desert here, but it's one of those snowy deserts, not all beautiful and sunny like you've heard. So it looks like we'll have to stay for at least a couple more days. Don't worry, though. We'll keep playing the slots and water skiing and hiking and having dinner by the gorgeous river and going out dancing and stuff, if we have to. Okay, Dad. Bye-bye.
Young or old, there's a lot to do these days in Laughlin. So if you come, plan on staying a while. For more info, call 1-800-4-LAUGHLIN or go to visitlaughlin.com.
Titan fans and Pastime Collectibles know baseball is a year-round event. Located inside Villa del Sol in downtown Fullerton, Pastimes offers the finest in authenticated sports memorabilia for over a decade. They have every item for every fan, for every budget. From Ruth and Cobb to Tiger, Jordan, Ali, Montana, and Shaq. You'll find it at Pastimes Collectibles. Where do pros like Nomar Garcia fire shots when they want collectible jerseys, equipment, and artwork? Pastimes Collectibles. Call 714-870-8013. That's 714-870-8013.
We're in the top half of the ninth inning. It's 7-1 Rancho Cucamonga. They look for more insurance with Jeff Mathis, Darius Corbeil, and Jason Cooley against new 66ers pitcher. It's right-hander number 15, Rusty Gray. Pass along the line for Glenn Bott in just a moment. Pitch to Jeff Mathis is fouled away. No balls and 1 strike. The line on Glenn Bott, 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run it was earned. The home run that he gave up to Casey Smith. He also struck out a pair and zeros the rest of the way. Jeff Mathis on the night is 0 for 3 with a walk thrown in. He's also scored a run, and he takes the fastball inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Rusty Gray is the 5th pitcher used tonight by the 66ers. 6'2", 195 pounds out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Another independent leaguer. Last year he pitched for Chino in the Western League. This ball's hit on the ground to shortstop. Easy play for Menchaca. Scoops it up, throws him out. 1 man down here in the 9th inning. And to the plate is Darius Corbeil. Last year for Chico, Gray 3-3. Made 32 relief appearances. An ERA of 2.79. Out of Brigham Young University. Originally signed by the Brewers back in 2000. Pitched 1 year for Ogden. The next year went up to Beloit, and then he was released. And signed back on with the Mariners organization here in 2003. Pitch to Corbeil, line drive foul off to the right. 1 hopping into the stands. No balls and 1 strike is the count. Darius Corbeil's had a bit of a rough night with the stick. He's 0 for 4. Did drive in a run on a ground down to third, but he's also been struck out twice and hasn't left the infield. Change up misses low and in, 1-1. There is action going for Inland Empire in their bullpen here in the top of the 9th inning. Can't imagine that they would want to go back there again. Ray, the 5th pitcher, following up Bruto, Ketchner, Strelitz, and Bott. This ball's grounded foul. So 2-2 is the count to Azarius Corbeil, a Pioneer League All-Star back in 2001. Finished second in the league in average that year. That's .359. Last year for the Quakes, he saw it plummet a bit down to .252. 2-2 pitch, fouled away. Most of the crowd has stuck around, including 3 or 4 of the Quakes front office staff. Always appreciate them coming out to the game. Let's see how good a fans they are once we go up to teams in the north. San Jose, Visalia, Modesto. Do they make the trip or don't they? Into the line, the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses high and tight. 3-2 is the count to Azarius Corbeil. Always hard working, the Quakes front office staff, so you expect that there's no chance they'll even have the time to leave the epicenter when, well, really it's an off day. Outfield plays the pull, 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, foul at first. And once again, hopping into the stands for a free souvenir. We're on the air tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. 7:05 is the first pitch, a battle of left-handers, Troy Cade and Joe Torres. So the Quakes with a real opportunity, having Torres go tomorrow, to take these 2 games here at Inland Empire and head back home for Friday night's home opener with Aaron Celia on the mound at 500. He has to even the mark at 3-3 after the 1-3 start. They have a 7-1 advantage here in San Bernardino tonight. 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground towards third, and a horrible play by Castro trying to scoop it up with one hand instead of getting in front of the ball. That'll be E5. And Azarius Corbeil reaches first base for the first time on the night. And that'll be the second error charged to the 66ers defense. Castro just trying to lay the ball at first base. He had no chance. So down on the Farm Report, brought to you by Used Oil Recycling. To find an oil and oil filter collection center near you, call 1-800-CLEANUP. Once again, that number, 1-800-CLEANUP. Jason Cooley is 1 for 4. Look out, this one hits him right on the backside. So Cooley with the HBP, and he gets down to first as things begin to really get sloppy here in the 9th inning. Corbeil to second with 1 man down, and to the plate, Justin Turner. Just a quick update from around the minors. The Salt Lake Stingers in AAA are 2-4 now. A very good sign as Alfredo Amezaga is hitting .400 with a pair of doubles and a pair driven in. Gary Johnson hitting .409, 2 homers and 10 RBI after he had a fantastic spring. Finish that up in a moment. Fastball line down the right field side. If it's there, it's trouble, but it's foul. Narrowly missed the line, only by a couple of feet. Sounded like Turner broke his bat. He's going to have to walk over to the Quakes dugout. Instead of getting all the way there, someone throws the stick at him. So Turner is having a pretty good night. We'll now have to regroup. The Arkansas Travelers, AA, out of the Texas League, 3-2 overall on the season. Ex-Quakes Ryan Buddy and Carlos Duggan are struggling. Buddy at 167, Duncan at 200. Mike Brunet, who closed for Rancho last year, has appeared in 2 games and has a 19.29 ERA. Justin Turner bats from the left side. He's 2 for 4. The 0-1 misses in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rich Fisher last night looked fantastic. Went 7 innings, didn't give up a run. Now 1-1. When he lowered the ERA, it was in the double figures, and now it's at 4.09. And stepping off the rubber is Rusty Gray, having some trouble getting together with catcher Chris Collins. The inning started with a ground out by Mathis. Corbeil reaches on an error by the third baseman Castro. Cooley then hit by a pitch. First and second, 1 out. 7-1 Rancho in the 9th. A 1-1 looping line drive towards shortstop, playable for Menchaca. Another broken bat, and Menchaca the recipient of the catch. Tops out 6. So Turner finishes up his night 2 for 5. His first 2 hits of the season. After he began the campaign, 0 for his first 12. And here is Casey Smith, who is 3 for 4, including the first home run of the year for a Quakes batter. A rocket shot over the wall in left field. Almost hit the target out there, which sticks out about 5 feet above the outfield fence. Righty against righty to pitch. Breaking ball and a dandy, 0-1. Cedar Rapids, 2-3 on the season. Another ex-Quake, Jared Abruzzo, down there. He's got a home run, 3 driven in, but he's only hitting .235. And that is your minor league report. The pitch. Fastball misses in. The count evens at 1-1 to Casey Smith. If he can get on, then Nick Kimpton. Smith out of Ashford, Alabama. On the season now has 6 hits and 11 plate appearances. So a very pleasant surprise playing third for Rancho Cucamonga. The 1-1. Hit on the ground towards the middle. Tough play over at the shortstop, Menchaca. He made that one look easy. Scooped it up, crossed over to second in time to get the fielder's choice on Jason Cooley. And that retires the side. For the Quakes in the ninth, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and they leave 1. Last chance for Inland Empire as we move to the home half of the 9th inning. It's the Quakes 7 and the 66ers 1 on the KWRM Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
Third.
Hey fans, it's Rob Render, voice of the Quakes, reminding you to get out to the ballpark for some serious ball and good times. Head on down to the Epicenter during the 2003 regular season for some fantastic weekday promotions, including Thirsty Thursdays, brought to you by Twins Nightclub in Rancho Cucamonga. All 12-ounce soft drinks and beer, $1 all game long.
Come see the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, affiliate of the world champion Anaheim Angels, play at the beautiful epicenter of Interstate 15 at Foothill. For tickets as low as $6, call 909-481-5252. That's 481-5252. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Always a big hit.
Stadium Tavern in historic downtown Fullerton is a proud sponsor of Titan Sport. Located in Villa del Sol off Wilshire Harbor, enjoy Stadium's happy hour from 4 to 7, 7 days a week. Try our classic burgers, or the elegance of chicken risotto, or our signature seafood. Stadium Tavern caters any party, big or small, and is the host venue for Titan Talk with George Horton. Stadium Tavern in downtown Fullerton. Call 714-447-4200. That's 714-447-4200.
We're in the home half of the 9th inning. Last chance for the 66ers. They trail it by a count of 7-1. Jason Van Metron, Rich Pohl, and then Greg Jacobs. And if anyone should get on, Chris Collins against John Rowenhorst. Fastball catches the outside corner for a call strike, 0-1. So the Quakes are well on their way to victory number 2 here in 2003. If so, they move to 2-3 on the season and even their mark with Inland Empire. Fastball is lined foul off to the right and well out of play into the parking lot area. No balls and 2 strikes. The star tonight, Irvin Santana. 7 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run earned. He struck out 5, walked 2, and zeros the rest of the way. On target for his first win of the season. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses in, turning Van Metron off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So should Santana get the win, he'll make a loser out of Emiliano Bruto, the starter on the other side for the 66ers, who gave up 6 of the 7 Quakes run in the first 4 innings of play. The 1-2 pitch from Rowenhorst. Breaking ball misses low, and Van Metron is able to hold up on the swing. That evens the count at 2-2. Rancho Cucamonga, with this bullpen, should never have a problem holding leads. Last year, it was most definitely a problem. And that was despite having possibly one of the best closers in the league in Mike Brunet. 2-2 pitch. Fastball, and he goes around. Strike 3 call. So Van Metron is out of there. That is strikeout number 2 for John Rowenhorst. He has set down all 3 batters that he's faced. And here comes Rich Pohl. Tonight's broadcast made possible thanks to everybody back at the KWRM studios. We appreciate all of their hard work. Thank you so much, as always. Specifically to my board operator, Todd. Todd, thank you so much for all of your hard work tonight. And to Rob Bushkin. Pitch to Pohl. There's a fastball strike over the outside corner. Our next broadcast is tomorrow night. And we are live again tomorrow, starting at 7 o'clock with the pregame show. 7:05 with the first pitch. The 0-1. This is down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. We're not tape delayed for quite a while. Matter of fact, the next one is next Tuesday, the 15th. So we're pretty much live for at least the next 7 or 8 games. 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Once again, Rowan Horse gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. John has fantastic control. Left-hander that hits his spots. Amazing that nobody picked up on this guy out of the draft. The outfield shades slightly to left. The infield is back. Into the line, Rowan Horse for the 1-2 pitch. Fastball fouled away again. So Rich Poles from Buena Park, California, stays alive. Pole originally a Phillies free agent. Signed back in 2001. Released and signed here in 2003 by Seattle. Played for Batavia, the Muck Dogs, last year. 1-2 pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball. 3 strikeouts for John Rowan Horse. 2 men down here in the 9th inning. And the 66ers are down to their final out. Here comes Greg Jacobs. Jacobs is 0 for 3. The bottom third in the order, Jacobs, Collins, and Menchaca. A combined 1 for 9. The only hit is a single by Menchaca in the 8th. So the Quakes pitching has certainly silenced them as well as most of the rest of this lineup. This is lefty against lefty. High leg kick, the pitch. Fastball misses low and in. 1 ball and no strikes to Greg Jacobs. And Empire came into the game hitting .240 as a team. That's 6th in the league. And that will plummet. They only have a run on 4 hits tonight. 1-0 pitch. Looping line drive foul, and this one's going to hook about 3 rows back into the left field stand. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jacobs gets on, then Chris Collins. In every way, this was a fantastic win for Rancho Cucamonga, putting 7 runs on 12 hits on the board, seeing their starter Irvin Santana go into the 8th inning, allowing just a run on 4 hits, and now the bullpen continues it. The 1-1, curveball, sending the batter Jacobs out of the way, but it really didn't miss by that much. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rancho Cucamonga, after 18 consecutive innings without a run, breaks through with 6 in the 3rd. The 2-1 pitch, hit hard, base hit in the left field. No chance for Smith and Murphy on the left side. So Greg Jacobs has his first hit of the night. That's the first hit for San Bernardino off of John Rowan Horse, and overall their 5th of the evening. Jacobs keeps the game going for Chris Collins. By all the makings of things, Irvin Santana is a dandy of a prospect in the Angels farm system. A guy with amazing and electric stuff. Pitch to Collins, a right-handed batter, is taken up high, 1 ball, no strikes. He showed every bit of that tonight. Fastball that probably peaked in the mid-90s. Certainly got harder as the game progressed. He had a very good curveball and slider tonight to go with it. The 1-0 just missed outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Collins. And Chaka waits on deck. For such a thin guy at just 150 pounds, Santana can throw awfully hard. Reminds me a lot of Pedro Liriano from a year ago, but he throws harder. The 2-0, there's a strike, 2-1. Liriano, after his trade, technically picked up in the Rule 5 draft, actually, by the Brewers. Looking like he might make the major leagues this year. Milwaukee has him on the 40-man roster. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball catches the inside corner, 2-2. Collins didn't agree. Now the 66ers are down to their final strike. Let's see what Collins can do with John Rowan Horse stuff. At first, Jacobs getting as much of a lead as he wants. The plane behind him. 2-2 pitch. Curveball foul back. So he gave him the breaking ball, hung it a little bit. Collins gave it a good rip. Collins is a 47th rounder back in 2001. But that year, he was an Arizona League All-Star with Peoria, hitting .342. So showing that it was a very prodigious pick by the Mariners organization. The 2-2 delivery. Chop foul of third. So prolonging the inevitable is Chris Collins. Although I guess no game is ever over. But it's 7-1 in the ninth with 2 outs. But more than likely, this one is in the books. Just a matter of time. Collins, not a big guy, 5'11", weighs 190-odd pounds. On the season, 2 for 14. 2-2 pitch. Fastball just missed. Maybe a little bit low. So 3-2 is the count. Collins is 1 for 6 against the Quakes this year. The one hit was a double on opening day. Also had a walk that evening. To the belt, Rowan Horse. 3-2 pitch. Foul back. With 2 outs, of course, Jacobs was in motion towards second, but the Quakes are letting him go anyway. We'll have it to do over. At one point in 2001, on his route to becoming an All-Star, Collins is safely in 21 of 22 games. Certainly a hot streak. Last year, he saw the numbers go way down. Batting average was .259 with Wisconsin. 3-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit into right center field. Round expected heading for third, and Jacobs, he'll stop right there. So with 2 outs, the Sixers are trying to rally back-to-back singles by Jacobs and Collins. And runners are now at the corners for Eddie Menchaca. Rowan Horse certainly battling there with Collins, and Chris eventually beat him. Eddie Menchaca, 1 for 3 tonight. 2 for 6 overall against Quakes pitching on the season. 2 out of his 3 hits thus far on the year. The 2 runners on base mean absolutely nothing to the Quakes. The pitch to Menchaca. Fastball strike over the inside corner at the knee. 0-1. Eddie appeared for San Bernardino last year, but, well, that's no surprise. He appeared for everybody else in the Mariners chain as well. San Antonio, Tacoma, Everett, Wisconsin. Breaking ball, swing, and a miss. Good pitch from Rowan Horse, and he's ahead, 0-2. In 2001, Menchaca played for Peoria, so he has truly played for every single minor league affiliate in the Mariner chain. Every level. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a curveball. Mathis will have to complete the strikeout to first, which he does, and that is the ball game. For the 66ers in the ninth, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, they strand 2. Your final score, the Quakes 7, the 66ers 1. We'll come back with a very happy post-game wrap-up right after this. The KWRM Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
It's lunchtime, and you're up to bat. What are you going to put on their plates now? Syrup sandwiches made with Buddig this season, and you'll set the record for most home runs. Carl Buddig original thin sliced meats are always a hit because they come in 10 tasty varieties, including beef, ham, corned beef, and turkey. Hit a home run. Bring home some Buddig meats today. Buddig, where taste, quality, and value all meet.
And now it's time for the Quakes post-game show. Brought to you by Alpha Graphics, now offering ISO 9001 certification. Let's rejoin Rob Brender, the voice of the Quakes, for a recap of the game's big plays and key players, plus news, score, stats, and more from around the California League and Major League Baseball.
Rancho Cucamonga with a 7-1 victory over the Inland Empire 66ers. Rancho Cucamonga now 2-3 on the season, as are the 66ers after their defeat this evening. Well, the Quakes got the offense started in the third inning after they trailed it by a count of 1-0 until that point. They would send 11 batters to the plate in the third, scoring 6 times on 6 hits, including 5 consecutive singles from Cooley, Turner, Smith, Kimpton, and Murphy. And all of those singles with 2 men down, and that really was the difference in tonight's game, not to mention Irvin Santana. Magic Man, he was fantastic through 7 2 third innings. The Quakes would tack on an additional run in the 8th inning on a solo home run from Casey Smith. It's the Quakes' first home run of the season, and Inland Empire was shut down 8 consecutive innings without scoring after they got that single run in the first on a ground ball out from Shin-Soo Choo that forced home Sheldon Fultz. We'll take our final timeout and come on back to the ballpark for the final totals right after this on the KWRM Quakes Baseball Radio Network.
On Tuesday, June 24th, 2003, the epicenter in Rancho, Cucamonga, California will shake like never before as some of the best talent in minor league baseball is showcased in the Century 21 California League versus Carolina League All-Star Game. Current Major League superstars such as Andrew Jones of the Atlanta Braves and Miguel Tejada of the Oakland Athletics displayed their talents in this very game on their way to the big leagues. The grounds of the epicenter will host the Vineyard Bank All-Star Fan Fest beginning at 2 p.m. with All-Star player autograph sessions, live entertainment, and interactive games, all free to the public. The epicenter main gates open up at 5 p.m. when the players compete for personal bragging rights and league supremacy with the home run derby and pitching and skills competition. Tickets for the All-Star Game are available by calling the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes ticket office at 909-481-5252 or stopping by the ticket office during regular business hours. For more information, visit www.rcquakes.com. Let's rock the epicenter on Tuesday, June 24, 2003. You're listening to Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Baseball on KWRM AM 1370 Corona.
Here in bumper. Going back to you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back for the final time this evening to San Bernardino's Arrowhead Credit Union Field. Once again, your final score, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes 7 and the Inland Empire 66ers 1. Here are the totals for the Quakes: 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. For Inland Empire, a run on 6 hits and 2 errors. For the Quakes, 6 in the third, 1 in the eighth. Inland Empire with their only run in the first. Winning pitcher Irvin Santana, he is 1-0. Losing pitcher Emiliano Bruto, he is 0-1. For Santana, 7 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run earned, struck out 5, walked 2 and zeros. John Roanhorse finished up 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 3 strikeouts and zeros. Emiliano Bruto started for Inland Empire and got roughed up. 4 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs earned, struck out 3, walked 3 and zeros the rest of the way for his first defeat of the season. Brian Ketchner, 2 scoreless innings in relief, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. Brian Strelitz, 1 inning, 1 strikeout and zeros. Glenn Bopp, 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run was earned. He gave up the home run to Smith. He also struck out a pair and zeros. And Rusty Gray finished up 1 inning, 1 hit status and zeros the rest of the way. With the Quakes getting the victory tonight, they've advanced their record to 2-3 on the season, and the Inland Empire 66ers fall to 2-3 as well. And of course, that is a tie. Like Elsinore, 4-1 on top of the division, having won 4 straight, and we'll update you on what they did when we get into our pregame show tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, Quakes are on the air with the pregame show starting at 7 o'clock. First pitch is 7:05. A battle of left-handers, Joe Torres for Rancho Cucamonga and Troy Cates for the Inland Empire 66ers. Thanks to everybody back at the KWRM studios for making tonight's game possible, especially you, Todd. You know who you are. Thank you so much for your effort this evening. Once again, your final score tonight, the Quakes 7, the Inland Empire 66ers 1. I am Rob Render. We will see you right back here tomorrow evening. Good night, everybody.